Dice test. Ooh, very lucky indeed. Double sevens.
Even more lucky, a 6 and a 1. But you know what
that
makes?
16, 19.
Ooh.
Wait, that's
6 and a 1.
Oh.
If there's anything even remotely 7 related,
Yes, nothing to do with anything.
The 7 sisters. Turned into a real asthma attack at the end there.
That guy's the dickhead.
My cousin Ray, poop, dead.
Right, Keegs, what were your dice?
Hold on a second.
Exceptionally lucky, I'm going to guess.
7 and 7.
5 and a 12.
What is 12? Or if you take
Hold on,
5 from 12.
Yeah.
You weren't rolling on your dice tray last week, were you?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
Were you?
Your 16 and 19 have
Set
just
up for a
ruined
while.
the world.
Yeah,
Oh,
but if...
sorry.
Okay.
Child, just spins things up.
Hang on.
7, 5. Yeah, if you add them together, 35.
No,
16, 1 plus 6 equals 7.
All right, and then what's the 19?
If you one,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
1 minus 9 is 8, and 7, 8, 9.
I'll pay it. I'll pay it because it's
Crack
stupid.
code, boys. I've seen the Matrix numbers.
It's all 7s.
Ended it with
Well,
it being
if you would like a
refugees.
recap, it's on the board.
Yeah, we ended heading towards the outskirt buildings to explore them.
Yes, and we had spoken to old mate about getting all the people that are still here to look at all the buildings to see what they can find.
What does it say? We've got this one, 71. Ricky swerved to tax another day.
Ricky survived to tax another day. In episode 70, the dragon ran away. The city of Fortaare came to life with the blood of one of its own. And you all went in search of the library vault.
And I own this island now.
Also, Uz.
Yeah, that's what. We made the dragon flee and are exploring the unlocked city that Thuridin technically owns.
Thuridin is the sole owner right now.
And
Bro, I'm
the
like a-
tax collector.
I'm
The
like
worst.
a prince with his council.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, that's linked to the documents.
Oh my! What is?
Oh.
Are you on the Wi-Fi or?
I'm connected to the internet.
I couldn't get on the Wi-Fi.
Have you-
I'm on the Wi-Fi.
Have you tried turning it off and on?
No. Like
Have you tried
everything
turning it
else
off and
your
on again?
Wi-Fi works. It's just when I try.
Well, have you tried sticking it up your arse? Ooh. No, yes. I've just realised that was my mother.
Not having a good
The world
day.
hates you.
What else is new?
So yes, it was. It was late. We wanted to do a sweep of the town. They said we'll do it tomorrow morning.
And we said we'll go do some of these.
Said, nah, screw that. We're going ourselves right
Yeah.
Stick
now.
it up your butthole. We're going now.
Stick it up your butthole, man.
Way up inside your butthole, Marty. All right.
A Silvada, the 10th of Eucosis.
Oh,
And,
the drink bottle just gave me a surprise splooge in the eye. The little air hole. Every now and again, when you press the thing down, it just shoots water out.
And Ricky is working on his magnum opus.
Putting on his Magnum Dong.
Yeah, that's what he calls it.
Just calls it the Magnum. Excellent.
So I've just put just screenshot the PDF and put it in the chat.
Good.
So
There we
that's
go.
probably going to be the easiest way.
Planeswalker,
Yeah, that-
welcome to the channel.
Cheers, thank you very
What's the
much.
quote from Sonny? I dropped my monster condom for my magnum dong.
May I offer you an egg in these trying times?
I've been poisoned by my constituents.
I really do need to watch it, don't I?
It's such
Love
a
it, Tom.
great show.
I'm sure I would.
Really like a currently.
No,
Never seen it.
No, we wouldn't do that. They do it because of the implication. Oh, that's right. No, of course we would. But it's the implication.
So
I
wonder
don't
when
think
Mac
you know-
actually seems like a decent person.
No. I think they're all shitty people.
Like comparatively.
No. When Dennis is talking about the
Yeah.
implication, and Mac's like, "That's a bit messed up, man."
A milk steak and magnets.
About
What are your interests? Magnets.
Right. Well, episode 71. Get your pants ready. Things are about to get real.
Shit, just
We're up in Fortaare. It is the evening of the 10th of Eucosis.
Vada, the 10th of Eucosis.
Fight night. Oh,
Planeswalker Nova 666 is glad to be here, and we like that.
Thank you.
So, as the city, this floating city,
Should have been 777.
it should have. Planeswalker, change your name, or someone with a 111. Get in here.
Even better.
Now we're talking. Yes, the city, glowing lights interspersed around the place to illuminate wherever you care to explore. Now, a big circular disc of a city. Where would you like to explore? I believe
Check that main circular building, and it was just
pretty much
just like a meeting room.
a council
city
hall.
hall. Yeah.
I think we're pretty much gonna like head out to one edge and explore.
Oh yeah,
the
we're
buildings
gonna
in
the
there.
edge facing
Yes.
Yeah.
the mountain.
Yeah.
and then
Mount
like
Doom,
find a
not-
building to camp in.
Howling Peak.
Howling Peak.
Which is
Yes,
like-
Maria gave you. That building looks, I don't know,
Yeah.
kind of different.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that one.
That one. So you'll head on out.
Yes, please.
In the dark. It's, again, it's not as cold as it should be. Like being 500 meters up in the air, a lot of wind, but the dome appears to be shielding you from the worst of it, at least. There's still a little bit. Walking on out, you're sort of looking around, looking at all these futuristic style buildings. And one of them, it does look a little bit different. It's a lot smaller. So, what are you going to do?
How many buildings around here are there?
There's plenty to
Shall we
search.
just take one each.
Yeah, I'll pick up that.
I'm already running off towards it.
I'll go just one next to it then. Fine.
Okay.
We'll take one each, and Ronan can get one as well, I guess.
Okay. Oh yeah, Ronan's there.
Oh, yes, also Ronit exists.
Also, Ronan, what was our plan for him, considering we only have 4 wingsuits?
Oh, we'll give him one of the others.
No, you asked for
We
Oh,
got
did we
it.
ask for a spare already?
5. I'm
We've got
pretty
5.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it was like
Cool.
6 or 7, I think.
sure. I think there were
Oh,
There
yeah,
were
we left 2
8
behind.
total.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
left 2 behind, and we kept
Six
one so that we could give it
Give it to
Kanuna so
Should
she
definitely
can.
not sell. Don't worry, guys. We're not
Yeah,
gonna for profit.
we're not here to just sell it. It's just here in cash. All right. So, which side are you guys going? You just like spreading out, or are you going in the little one with Varys?
Yeah, I'm going with that.
Yeah, we'll spread out.
We all just follow back to the little one.
It's like, yeah. No,
I can hear you guys.
I'll go to the one on the far right.
Okay.
I'll go to the one closest to the edge.
Okay. Coming up to the closest to the edge, it's not super dark. Triple moon illuminating the area. The summit of Howling Peak is lost in cloud, but you can see its sort of its base, all the the trees, forests, and that sort of thing growing on it. But yours appears to be a homestead with a nice view, very nice view, but not too much to be found out there. Where were you going, sorry? That's fine.
Far left.
What?
Far right. you
Far
said.
right.
Far
I had 50-50.
Okay. This would be a storeroom of sorts. Being that they can't grow their own food, they need a good room for storage. So, heading in with the city alive, you find sort of like a cellar. You know how they're all like, it's very dry, controlled temperature, and lots of dried foods in there. So sausages and hams, vegetables, all sorts of goods. All perished except for maybe some of the salted meats. This is 30 odd years of aging.
The
Some of the salamis are
Oh, there's gonna be
fantastically
some
aged.
Great cheese down there.
That you would be able to
Tell me
find.
about the cheese.
It would have like a thick layer,
It's bluer than blue.
but each to their own. So
Takes a big
feel
bite.
free. Roll a D100. See how well you find the state of this room.
I didn't even. That's just what it is.
Nice. It is a very nice. A lot of sausage in there.
It is full of
Packed to the rafters.
a cellar full of sausages.
So not all of it edible, but you would find some of the hardier foods like wheels of cheese and that sort of thing. That might be on the mouldy side, but for you that's not too much of an issue.
Good.
Mr. Ricky, taking the one closest to the small. You head inside and it's an interesting space. It's a domed sort of vaulted ceiling and appears to be quite artistically decorated. There is a small reclined seat in the center of the room facing upward. And there's quite a bit of room around that.
Is it a dentist?
Yeah, I jump in the chair straight away.
Okay.
Bring on the Flugenheim. No.
Anal probe activated. You don't know what the Gith are like.
Please do not resist.
Don't clench your sphincter.
Once again, I was in Bard College. That's
okay with you.
That's just part of the hazing process.
that is not uncharted territory.
One big unsponsored.
Can I get a
ad for
perception
Vaseline.
check?
Yeah. Perception, you see.
Yeah.
What do you perceive, Ricky?
6.
So close.
Was that your first roll of the session?
Yeah.
6 plus 1. The first time someone rolls a 7. So you're kind of just distracted by the beauty of the ceiling. It almost looks like it's like stained glass, almost to accentuate the heavens beyond. So a bit of multicolored light from the moons shines through and illuminates figures you're trying to sort of like spot detail and that sort of thing. So that takes your attention.
Wait, so is it like the see-through ceiling, essentially?
Somewhat. Like stained glass.
Observatory almost.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm digging it.
With
I'll
a
stay
big,
here.
a big chair in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like a pilot's chair.
So he's just laying
Pilot's chair.
reclined looking into the
Yeah,
sky.
can I, with my mind, will forward?
Just for a moment. Nothing happens. That didn't work.
Oh, that was a little bit of poop.
Prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was chilling in this comfy chair,
Okay.
looking up at the ceiling.
How long are you going to stay there?
I'll probably sleep here tonight.
That's it. This looks
That's
pretty
a
good.
great view. We're kind of just exploring buildings, then going to sleep. Like,
Yep.
that'll handle the other one.
Okay.
It's a pretty dope building.
Can you roll a d6 for me?
3.
Okay.
3 probes.
3.
Varus,
Into the bottle.
you head into a small chamber. It doesn't look like much until you notice a doorway at the end of the chamber. Now, it doesn't, from the exterior, it didn't look like it went anywhere. And so looking into this chamber, it appears to be a stairwell down.
That's you, Varus.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. Well, I'll have a little peek down.
Okay. Now, knowing that you're on a relatively thin disc,
It shouldn't be a particularly long staircase.
it is.
Magic.
You begin
Found a
to
magic staircase.
Yeah, you begin to take a few steps down. You're like,
just taking the stairs.
I come back heavily laden with sausage.
It's just all the snacks.
He's got like the links around his neck, like
poking out of like where you've crammed it into the shell.
Kincaid, you look.
around
I can't actually retract back into my shell right now.
What a fool!
This space is taken.
Occupied.
Very occupied.
But yeah, like after I get far enough down where I'm like, this shouldn't be this. I'm just gonna
It should be empty space by this point.
back up and just say I found something, sort of thing, or
Okay.
magic staircase.
Get the magic staircase, not just get the sausage pent through.
I don't know.
Are you complaining?
Narrow.
Maybe.
It sounds like you are.
Got, just like covered in and got like 2 wheels of cheese on his like one on either end of the
What's that wet
staff.
slapping noise that's approaching? It's just Kincaid and all these greasy sausages.
He's got 2 on his feet, like big like snowshoes.
I was running out of arms.
An enormous duck, fresh in the water.
Slapping her.
Slap, slap, slap.
I'm like a walking big breakfast. Give me eggs.
Okay, look.
So
Reveal eggs.
you guys hear Varys call out, Ricky, are you going to join?
Probably snoozed up. I got to very
Roll a perception check. Let's see how attentive you are.
18.
Okay, you would hear him.
Yeah.
I choose to ignore him.
Yeah, I'll wander.
Just roll back over.
Hermes lands right on your nose and starts backing his ass over your mouth.
But I'm coming. Jeez.
As you
Nearly spread it all over his stuff.
Not allowed to just bashing his asshole over your mouth. It's feathery. Why?
It's going on.
as you're about to leave the room, something you failed to spot on the doorway, in a sort of reverential socket in the wall, there appears to be a musical instrument, a concertina,
What's a concertina?
somewhat like an accordion.
Oh no.
It's not an accordion, but it's like an accordion.
That's
Yeah.
an accordion.
Can't have every serious moment ruined.
Yeah, I'll go investigate that.
As Kincaid walks along. Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go investigate that.
it is extraordinarily well made.
Can I take it for a little spin?
You sure can. Have you ever
I'm
played a
proficient
concertina?
with them, but
Practice.
Wait, what's your bard thing? You're kind of good at everything?
well, it's
Jack of all trades.
jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd say that applies to musical instruments somewhat. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can at least do the backup.
I went to music college, therefore I can play all instruments.
Yeah.
Not well, but I know where to put my lips and fingers.
Boy, can you
Yeah, I
play?
do.
That's the whole point of college, baby.
Boy, can you play Smoke on the Water? Oh, oh,
Oh, Christ, and I'm doing an incredible Wonderwall.
yeah. So you give it a play, and it is the sound that comes out of this thing. You're not expecting it. You've never really heard a concertina play, and it's magnificent. It just in this space with the view of the heavens, you are enthralled by what you're playing. Absolutely loving it, and you'd probably get a little bit carried away. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
You can see little lasers shooting out through the stained glass.
I'm trying to mentally picture the sound of a majestic concertina.
I can't even picture a regular.
It's not majestic.
Whatever I'm
I can
picturing.
mentally hear the sound.
An accordion,
Make
yeah.
it majestic.
I could just hear Weird Al.
Yeah, that's all I hear. All like polka, like
Yeah.
That's all I hear is Ricky whimpering. On
Whatever this is majestic. Okay.
Oops and pars
Yeah.
majestically.
Very much so. So, what would you like to do?
I'll just keep playing it.
As you walk on,
We hear him.
you would hear music playing, and you'd be like, "Damn,
Kind
there's-
of waiting for Ricky to join the group. We're like,
Yeah.
hey, I found something.
what?"
And he just starts playing music and shit. We're like, is he coming?
Then
I'll go check out the tunes.
I pair it with some beautiful yodeling.
No!
I don't think you heard it.
You start walking over and you're like, ooh. The music's nice, the yodeling.
Has not added to it.
It's a great pairing.
Yeah, they go together like, cheese and lime.
Pears and Vegemite.
Wine and river water.
Just watered down.
Like,
You go and listen.
briny.
Well, Ricky,
I like
this is
this.
beautiful, mate.
Pig, everyone.
It's like folk music.
Are either of you
As is.
proficient with Arcana?
He is.
You are.
I am an expert in it,
No.
as a matter of fact.
Well, damn. This is definitely magical.
Not deep.
You're like, I know how to play
I'm
instruments.
just that good. Let's
Yeah.
go.
For a second, you convince yourself. You're like, damn it, I'm good.
Magic is within me.
But you're like, wait a second. I've never played one of these before, and that sounds exquisite. Something's up. Something magical. And it appears to be a magical item.
Is it reacting with like the ceiling at all?
It just sort of accentuates what you're looking at. The ceiling seems to swim a little when you're playing.
So you've got, but that's a two-handing thing, isn't it? Like,
Lay in the chair and play.
you've got your magic drum, don't you? So what I'm hearing is we need to make you some of those steppy things to bang the
One
drum.
hand band.
Yeah.
I'm getting it.
That's what I'm
We just
hearing.
needed, you guys really need to pick up an instrument.
Yeah.
The most terrifying bard ever walks into town, and you're like, "This man looks ridiculous." He's like, "I can attack 9 times a day."
Wow.
Yeah, it's just Hans Zimmer.
Just get me one of those little loop discs.
Excellent.
Can I give it a shot?
Terrible. It sounds terrible when you play it. You're like, oh.
How did he make it do more than 2 notes? It sort of does 2 things.
Oh, but it's strange.
As fast as you can. Ricky's just like,
Tears it in half.
oh. Sadly, you're not proficient with musical instruments.
Slinky.
Boys, moi.
You just see him stuffing his beard in his hands.
Is
Is this right, Ricky?
not at all.
It sounds a
No.
bit different to when Ricky was doing it, but it looks the same.
You've
I didn't
joined.
I stick my head in after hearing through it and play. Is this where we're murdering the donkey?
Where did you find the donkey? What are you doing to it?
Varys was like, I found something. You all immediately go the other way.
Like, file into the next door.
Varys pops in.
Standing out the front like,
It's like, yeah, cool staircase going to wherever. Hey, horse sound.
But music.
there's a rave going on.
Yeah.
Still, though.
Oh, I honestly forgot about the magic staircase.
Oh, yeah.
I was
I mean,
can
we can
check
bring
that
the
out.
accordion. You can play while we
Yeah,
walk
go
down
on.
the stairs. Like,
Oh, I can play a real spooky tune.
you could.
Something that you notice when you're playing seated on that recliner almost.
The egg chair.
The music's beautiful, absolutely. But as the rest of your party sort of filters into the room, it just takes on another facet of beauty that you couldn't hear before. And you're not sure why.
It's good Ricky.
There's
Exceptional.
yeah, there's something behind it, but I don't quite know what yet.
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Oh, yeah, we don't have.
Well, I think it's kind of like
identify.
if I sit with it over a rest, I can figure out what it does.
Yeah.
Yes.
But if it's cursed, then
Well,
We've dealt with that before.
yeah.
Is
I
there
was
anything
first.
else in this room at all?
got better.
No.
That lady with the
It's
flute
just a
neck
chair,
was
that,
cursed.
and
See, she
the-
kind of still is cursed.
With
but
clumsiness, she
we-
was cursed.
Yeah, clumsiness. That's what it was.
Yeah,
She's fine now.
Yeah.
there doesn't appear to be much else in this room. It has a very specific purpose that eludes you.
To feel if she does die with the flute in her, it's going to become a cursed flute.
That's definitely how cursed items are made. Here, we'll help you. Oh, you died with a flute in your hole.
Sorry. I'll take the flute back though.
Husband leaves from it and comes back.
What?
Oh,
Hell, guys.
she tripped and fell on this flute that she had.
Modify memory. Modify memory.
We're leaving.
All right.
He murdered his wife with a flute! Get him!
It's insane! He's lost his mind!
She tripped and fell on her own flute.
Disguise myself as his daughter and then act the part.
There was for some reason sticking up out of the floorboards.
It was in like its holster.
Look, it's baffling.
He had a floor stand for it.
She unholstered her flute and it just went off. I drew my flute.
It went
and
off in its holster. It's a safety issue.
Yeah.
You always got to clean your flute properly.
Guys.
Double
This is why you
action
strap in your flute and put it in safety mode.
Don't
This
use
is why you
single
want-
action flutes, guys.
Never keep your flute loaded.
Only point your flute at someone
Anyway,
if you're ready to use
Destroy
it.
Keep your finger off the holes until ready to blow.
Alright, flutes aside,
I play us a spooky tune as we go towards the staircase.
Right.
Wait, have you still got the pipes of haunting?
No.
I think I
Yeah, we haven't been able to
No,
sell
I
them.
think
I feel like you tried to trade them off.
I did. I traded them to someone. No, I'm pretty sure we sold them to Austrian or something.
To Wyatt?
I got rid of them.
Was it part
Oh.
of the deal to where I got the goggles of night? Like you gave me, you knocked off
Yeah.
some
So
money.
yes. So no, I don't.
So I don't think I
Man,
paid
they
full
were
price for it.
pretty good.
Yeah, but it's like it takes a whole action.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
much
I got
more
better
I can be
things to
doing.
do.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I could
Oh, well.
just cast Phantasmal Killer and have them make the save again.
So, the music, lovely. Doesn't reveal any mysteries of the universe to you, but it's amazing. It's thought-provoking. You've never heard Ricky play anything like it.
He's playing the spooky tune as we go down the stairs.
Okay, heading to the
James
stairs.
is just munching on some salami.
Yeah.
Just got a big fat like Don sausage.
I take a bite out of Kincaid sausage.
Oh,
Oh,
what's up?
Luridan, you look like the kind of man that eats sausages for the shape and not the taste.
That is brutal. It's like when someone gives you a banana and you're like, yum, and then you're like, oh.
oh, that's phallic.
It's like with a knife.
Yeah,
Hey,
knife.
at least my family's still alive.
I mean,
Wow.
you think they are.
Wow.
Fair, fair call.
As soon as we find them.
1-1.
Says the voice from the cloud. The voice of God.
So, as you're all ribbing each other walking down the stairs, eating a whole bunch of old sausage, you step into a chamber, not unlike the one above you, big enough for maybe 10 or 15 people, and there appears to be a dais in the middle of the room, and you see arcane runes glowing on the surface of it.
Okay. Ricky, would you and I like to have a little squiz those runes there?
Guidance.
I believe that.
Yeah.
+2 from guidance.
I'll have a crack at these old runes, trying to interpret them.
Arcana.
Well, that's a 10.
That's a 19.
Alright, we use your one.
+2, 21. +8, 29.
Sweet Christ.
9 minus 2.
6.
Oh my god.
Got it.
I nailed it. So, there is one string of familiar runes that you've seen before. And it appears to be some sort of a glyph of warding. So, you know, they're usually set to protect something valuable.
Like what we saw in like Oshovish's
Yes.
thing.
Could we dispel it, perchance?
Amongst that, on a 29, you would also see runes that you have seen once adorning the tome that the... Oh, geez. What was your order called? In the...
Because of the Crystal Archive.
Adorning the tome that... Ooh.
Kincaid?
Yeah, no, I know your name. What's your boss's name?
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, what was her bloody name?
Sally.
Ebenezer Scrooge.
Serena Harenwick.
Are you
That was
talking about
The one that he kept messaging in the middle of the night.
Yeah, she was like, oh my god.
Oh, the woman, not
Shut.
not
Yeah.
Fargrim.
Not Fargrim, the lady.
Well, no, not him. I mean, not him.
Karelin.
Michelle.
Oskovich.
Friend
Documents.
Stanovilich.
Saltic Bragg. Saltic Bragg Birch.
No, not quite.
Is that his real surname?
Drag Birch, yeah.
Bragg, is that it?
Bragg Birch. Gregory.
Either way, not,
Grumbledorf.
name's not important, that's fine. You know who I'm talking about.
Belchbragg.
Holger.
Hugo.
Melusine.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. It was in there somewhere.
Cubezi.
Fire.
So when you spent time searching through the archives of their magically enchanted tomes, remembering that you could call information from other repositories within the one book, you see some similar runes, arcane in nature, on the pedestal.
Okay, guys, so this is... The book on the pedestal is going to be a wealth of information, but it is also trapped.
Okay.
So,
Dispel?
Kincaid, yeah, could I have another guidance maybe? And I'll try and dispel it at 4th level.
You got it, big dog.
So I'm trying to dispel the glyph of warding.
Plus 4. So Thexidus smiles on us as he eats the sun.
Do we have
You know what? I kind of prefer Jergal and they are like just writing things down.
timeline on that sun eating thing?
Yeah.
Just
Like,
Sun Eater.
Tell me more about that.
Honestly, it didn't occur to me to ask about the on roof thing.
sort of like, if I was helping speed the
When a
apocalypse along, or...
when a giant ghost phoenix says, "Hey, you want some power?" You say yes.
So I cast Dispel Magic on the Glyph of Warding at 4th level.
Okay.
So if it's 4th level or below, it's dispelled, otherwise I need a roll.
It is dispel.
Cool. It explodes.
Oh, are you using that to do it?
Oh, yeah.
As well.
That's what he's channeling his magic through now.
Oh, that's a shame. No, I'm kidding.
The other glyph of warding activated own key specifically
The backup.
to accordions.
Yeah. Anyone that plays accordions, instantly dead.
Yeah, these neighbors hated each other.
It's not the runes of...
Comes into my reading chamber.
And by glyph of warding, it's just a gun activated on the sound of an accordion.
Randomly to the room.
just a shotgun pointing at the doorway.
It's just a shotgun attached to a little microphone.
I'll dispel it.
Cast dispel accordion. Bang.
Before we touch anything, I'm just going to cast Detect Magic, just to make sure there's no, like, traps or anything else in this room.
There's definite magic, planar magic,
Yeah.
concealing this space from... You don't entirely know where you are, but there's definitely planar magic.
We're in almost an extra dimension.
Yep.
But there's nothing else, like, in this room besides just the feel of the planar magic.
There's the book, right?
Yeah, the book itself.
Yeah, but what school of magic is the book?
It would be divination magic.
Okay.
Oh, baby.
Right, so...
Get your earballs
Someone
ready.
else touch it.
Can I...
I'll
just-
reach out
I was
and-
going to just have a quick little physical look.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Fair.
Like, just, in case we've got the
Investigation.
Need to thingy, and I'll do the minute seeing glasses thing.
The boulder chases us up the
Another
stairs.
4.
Another 4, so...
Ozzy, I was going to say, you mixed up
That
the
is
glyph of warding with the glyph of
17,
accordion.
21.
21.
21? Physical inspection.
From what you can tell, doesn't seem to be trapped physically.
Okay.
You sort of... You're like, the gifts don't seem like the physical trap kind of people.
Yeah, like
And
the
that's
grip of
exactly
warning
what they
seemed to
want you to think.
Which is
why
really
it's a
smart.
great
Bad trap.
Problems thinking 4 moves ahead.
Just saying, if the spikes come out of the walls, they really got us good.
I just didn't see it coming.
I don't know what to
Slowly
tell you.
reach out and lift the book up.
Okay. You attempt to lift the book up, and it snaps open, the pages riffling. And a voice fills the chamber.
Ooh.
Welcome, Tkiri. What do you seek?
Is this
Hey,
around?
who are you? How do you know who I am?
I know all of our people.
Are you like the god of the Gith or something?
I am simply a magical construct that regurgitates information stored here.
You
found
the Gith Cortana.
Yeah, it's like
Not far off.
an artificial intelligence.
Are you Bing AI or are you like a Google AI? How accurate are we?
If I wanted to
Yahoo AI?
12 steps, how would I do it? Theoretically, of course.
My grandma has
What information do you seek?
the clue.
Would you be able to tell me what happened to our people here, which caused them all to leave?
That information is not stored here.
Ask about like what's our stone.
What could you tell me about the origins of our stone and how it came to be and what we utilize it for?
Our stone references can be found in 2 seconds.
Please wait. It's a little spinning.
Yeah.
Searching.
I think it's frozen. Give it a slap.
Open Task Manager, see what else is running.
It's just keep clicking. I've seen this before. Just
It'll work.
keep asking over and over
dropped out
again.
of 5G. Oh, it says 3G in the corner.
In the tome, Songstone Singers, written by Kiptish. And to your right, a small alcove opens and you see a physical tome.
I guess we'll grab that.
Well, does she tell us, or is it?
Just pretty much this is
Oh,
what
she
we
just
find it.
finds
She's like the
book.
library
Oh,
search.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like this is like when you're on the
okay.
computer in the library, like give me this, and then a book will pop out.
Alright.
What about maybe tell her that we
it
can't
low down?
read and she has to read it for us?
Yeah, it's low enough for you to grab. Yes. I got a book.
What was the author's name? Sorry, Songstone Singers by
Kiptish.
Kiptish. Does she respond if I ask her that?
Yes, I do.
Huh.
Himrick Rocksplitter.
I'm not one of your people. That's weird.
You're not.
What about me? What about me?
You are Kincaid of the Jade Shell clan.
So how do you know their names, but you can't tell us what happened to our people here? And that's some information stored elsewhere. Where do you get your information from?
Which question would you like me to answer?
All of the above,
In the same order?
in the exact order.
Okay, keep it to one question at a time. I know the names of any in this chamber. As for the information that occurs outside of it, it needs to be entered into this repository for me to know it.
When was the last entry into this repository before we arrived?
The last entry...
Barris hurriedly scribbling Theoden has a small penis. Trying to insert it into the wall.
Where do I...
Ricky is halfway through. Ricky is the best bard ever known to.
Like I'm just saying, this is
Me
beyond setting
and Barris
stones.
scribbling little notes.
Have you guys noticed that Barris is awfully obsessed with me and penises?
I don't know what it is.
She's got sausage on the mind.
You want some green rattles, mate?
That's all weird.
That's so weird.
I don't get it.
This chamber just
I offer you a
smells
sausage in this trying time.
Sausage in this trying time.
The last entry was an update to Draconic Defense, and it was over 30 years ago.
By whom?
Jeez. Quill Diltarian.
We heard that last name before.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. Because we've made lots of jokes about Dildarian.
Yeah. And could you tell us who exactly Quill Diltarian is?
Quill is a researcher attempting to improve the defenses of the city.
Was that the one in Broadaxe?
Nope. That was Tornik.
Oh, yeah.
Tonic gold twine.
Nice.
And is Quill a Gith?
Yes.
How have we got Dildarian?
Can I start flicking through this Songstone Singers by Kiptish?
Sure.
I'm just looking for like
Our story.
subheadings. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's like I'm looking for subheadings that are like how to use for beginners, or like just like properties outlined, and just
So, that tome doesn't tell you how to use in any way. This more gives you an understanding of how it was first discovered.
I'll take it.
Yeah, there are just headings, entries from Kiptish.
Okay.
We could probably go over
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Please note that all information stored within may not be removed from this
That was
chamber.
going to be my next question. It's almost like you can read minds as well.
Sorry, we can just write it down.
Do you have a name?
No.
Can we give you a name?
Yeah, I feel weird just talking out loud without saying your name.
I'm not a physical being, but you can give me a name if you wish.
Ronan.
I am Ronan.
No, wait, no.
Ronan's like, hey, come on. I mean, that's kind of cool. Actually, can it be Ronan? Yes.
I was going to say
Alright.
Confirmed.
Ronan's just confirmed it.
I was going to say Iris, but anyway. Just
It's your
Siri.
city.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you
It's just Siri backwards.
Oh.
Ronan's like, nah, sorry, I already confirmed it's Ronan.
Alright, Ronan now.
I think it's kind of cool that you named
Hey,
your...
did you hear that croaking sound, Ronan?
The AI, no.
No? No.
No, not you. Ronan.
Which one? Yeah, what?
This is not great problems.
Is there a teleportation circle located within Fortaare?
There is.
Yeah, it's cool.
Would you be able to tell us where it is?
I can't tell you where it is, but if you wish to study the sigil, I can summon that tome for you.
Oh, please do.
Yes, please.
Another hole in the wall.
That's much better. I was going to ask her where can she tell us where it isn't. Oh, then we work backwards.
Yes.
You can't tell us where it is. Can you tell us where it isn't?
Okay, yeah, well, I'll spend the next minute studying that.
Okay, this is essentially a very small tome called the Tome of Unseen Paths. And yes, you can spend time studying.
Is there
the
any more in it,
teleportation
or is it
sigil.
just the one sigil?
No, just the one sigil for this place.
What can you tell us about the Asimar?
The Asimar. Searching.
Man, the Gith was so advanced.
They live on a flying disc city.
Of magic.
Yeah.
We used to just have a book that listed the other books. I thought of making a person just remember them.
And did someone called Verdoth live here?
The
We don't
only
know what Radar.
know.
the only references to the Asimar resides within this tome. Another small portal.
Shotgun. I'm proficient in 3.
And I can read.
It's like a newspaper for little Kincaid. What's the book called? The SMR book.
On that book, it is noted as Celestial Harmonies. Ronan sort of pipes up. Hey, me? No. Ronan? Yes, Ronan. Can you tell us any history about Thuridin? Thuridin. Can you be more specific? There are a lot of Thuridins.
Oh, I'm Thuridin.
Takiri.
Dakiri Agul.
No.
Avgul.
It's like a code name.
Would you like to create an entry?
Yeah.
Okay, what will it read as?
Dashingly handsome.
The child of...
Unscarred.
Extraordinarily smooth skin.
Unbroken. A personal memoir.
Noted. Takiri Agvul, also known as Thuridin,
Silverbeard.
Silverbeard. Is that all?
I guess I could give my rundown to the book. So
Okay.
I can just store it in there.
My story begins. So while the rest of you are like reading books, you've got a book. You got a book. Anything you're curious about?
Ask about the gems. Ask about the gems.
It's been years in here, honestly.
the ones in that blow up your house and the other house, the blood gems,
Yeah,
Prism of Pains,
That's the ones.
is
AstraZeneca.
they sort of finally made an appearance on the scene. Close.
Zacathic acid.
Oh, that's where you right.
But yeah,
Oh god.
That's good.
Well, yeah, I'll ask if it knows anything about those, but those only appeared on the scene like a year and a half ago.
Well, maybe.
Searching.
It might have known.
That's true.
The Gith were very advanced.
Well, because it's... Remember, we
Oh.
learnt it's like corrupted songstone.
yeah.
So maybe the Gith, like, experimented and found it and were like, oh, this
Let's
is bad.
dump it on
Don't
the ground.
do this to the songstone.
Yeah, don't fill it with pain.
Maybe they'll know about Shotragod as well.
Within the Songstone Codex, you can find some information about them.
Alrighty, well, yeah, so, yeah, take that and start looking for, well, yeah, I guess, yeah, corrupt.
All right, can I get intelligence checks from you all who are reading while Thoradin recounts?
And then
His
this
history.
happened, and then this
And then
happened.
we fought a Hydra, and then we rode on a dragon.
Ooh.
And I would assume he's guiding you all.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
Please.
Do I roll for each one?
I'll just roll.
You get a 3. You get a 4.
Jesus, these rolls, man.
Alright, so 26.
Very nice.
8.
Which one
Nice.
are you reading? You're reading the Songstone one.
Well, I'm technically
He's, yeah, reading
the
Songstone
Unseen
outside.
Paths one.
Yeah, that's all.
Oh,
Which
then
one was unclear?
you're like, there's not much more to gain here, I don't
man,
think.
I'm like flicking
Do
through, like,
indeed learn the sigils.
not much. Maybe hidden ink. I think there's something.
It's got to be invisible.
People use urine as an.
And what'd you get?
Maybe
Kincaid?
I peed on the book.
20.
I don't get far.
28. Wowzer.
Oh,
Nice.
you guys knocked it out of the park.
So how long does it take you to learn a sigil?
A minute.
Okay. So you're done pretty quick. What were you reading? You're reading Songstone Codex.
Codex, yeah.
So, who was reading Songstone Singers?
That's,
Well, I was probably going to get to that next.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe that's-
Then, yep. You two would come across some overlapping information. Ricky, yours is sort of unlocked almost by what Varys says to you. You're like, I'm not getting
I have
much
not
out of this.
studied in a long
I don't get it.
time.
But
the right way up.
oh,
This stuff is illegible.
these guys right upside down.
Strange code.
Great. The Ronin lady gave me a book in the gift, like,
So it covers essentially history and how it came to be. This more starts in Kiptish's journal, how it was discovered. He was a planar traveller that came across a substance that reacted to feelings of elation. He took a small fragment home and spent his life perfecting a way to propagate and utilize from the fragment that he brought back. From his extraplanar travels. He didn't know where he was, which is why he couldn't find more. But he appears to have cracked it, seeing that the city is made of the stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So, the Our Stone.
As for our stone is just a nickname the Gith call Songstone.
Okay, cool.
Yes. Now, Songstone originally found, created by the Gith. Much argued by the elves, who claim to be the original stone singers.
and the only people who can handle it.
Correct. The Gith, almost literally rising above that argument, prove them wrong.
No, we made it as the gift just slide
Just takes
on
on
a giant city made of it. Yeah, no, you guys made it. What's that? I can't hear you.
Can't hear from up here.
On my giant city
Maybe
made
they
of songstone.
Well, maybe they found the plane that it's from, and they all vanished to go live in a plane made of songstone. Maybe that's where they went.
Well, the last entry was about draconic defenses, so maybe there was like a...
But they kind of like, there wasn't any bodies or anything. Like, they just disappeared without a trace.
I mean, threw them, found them.
Do you think there's any other extra planar spaces in the
bodies?
city and
No,
they could be there?
They were still alive.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
Yeah.
when you went into the marble, did you
we
go
know
to
that they're
that
somewhere
plane?
because
Possibly.
Thuridin met them.
Yeah.
They're somewhere. You met them.
Yeah. That's what I was just saying.
We just don't know where that is.
Yeah, that's what literally
Yeah.
what we were just talking about.
That might be the Songstone universe.
Yeah.
The Songstoneverse.
Miss Ronan, do you
Yes.
have any entries on the creation / establishment of Fortaare?
Searching.
Oh, did you have your book as well?
Yeah,
The
I'm doing
Asama
the
book?
Asama one, the
Asama.
Celestial Harmonies.
Yes.
I found a tome on arcane architecture. This details descriptions of techniques and arcane methods of building structures receptive, similar to the way that Songstone reacts.
Are there any Gith known to live outside of Fortaare on Falador?
My records don't show that. As for you reading, sorry, what were you reading? Kincaid?
Celestial Harmonies, the book about the Asama.
The book, not so much about the Asima. It is... It's an interesting theoretical paper. Very scientific and right up your alley, actually. It posits the relationship between magic and music. The way that you bring spells into being is through producing sound. And bards bring magic into being purely by playing song. It posits that they interweave and they go on to sort of extrapolate to say that potentially everything was sung into being. An interesting read.
Checks out. I'm the most powerful. La la la.
I am Lord. Yeah.
What can you tell me about Artemis of Ghoul?
Artemis. 40 years old. Of the same family name. That's all that's listed here.
No occupation or likes?
That's all that's listed here.
Phobias.
That's all that's listed here.
Do you have any listings of Shothragot?
Searching. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves while...
We should also maybe ask about if they know about Chestraki's blood curse or something.
Yeah,
We can also ask about
Fall of
Seven
Wolfpine
Sisters.
Citadel, yeah.
and Sisters.
Yeah, Wolfpine. We can also
Wolfpine was
ask
15
about...
years ago, though.
The other one, yeah, that's true.
What the hell happened to the big hole in the middle of the
Oh god, yeah, what happened to the original capital
city
of the elves?
that's now at the bottom
Oh,
of the ocean?
Skullston.
Yeah, the bay.
Skullston, yeah.
The, like, Osievich.
Yeah.
What about old mate with the heart, Olgakoth?
Would it be a bad thing for Olgakoth's heart to be out? Oh yes, I have listed here. That is an extinction level event.
What would happen to the people that were responsible for that? Do you think? Would they be looked upon favourably by the Gith?
Oh,
Would
Olgakoth,
they get, like,
Chestraki
a fair
blood curse. What
trial?
else?
Sisters, Elven
Yeah.
capital.
Oh, Skullston, yeah.
Yeah, the Seven Sisters.
We want to know about
The how long have the Marble Revengers been around? Do we want to learn anything more about them?
They're a very new sort of setup.
Yeah.
Last entry was 30 years ago.
Oh, that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
Which is why Wolfpine Citadel asking him, maybe how to Blackbriar.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I was
like,
looking at it.
I mean,
Yeah,
even-
well, I feel like
something
that's
about
tied in, like Blackbriar, he's probably tied in with the wolf, like Fall of
Yeah.
Wolf.
Yeah, but it could be something that the Gith had known about before.
Yeah,
it
like,
overtook
a
Wolfpine.
Feywild, cursed plant or whatever.
Just pour some salt and vinegar on it.
Yeah.
Chips?
Information found within this tome, Time Weavers and Prophecy,
What was that one for, sorry?
Shothruga.
I forgot.
and the Seven Sisters.
Ooh.
Ooh, so they're both in the same book.
Yes,
Conspiracy.
Shotgun.
Time Weavers and...
and Prophecy.
Is anyone else trained in history? Would there be someone? Because I'm trained in history.
I got
I
a
wasn't sure.
+0.
I would say anyone proficient with it wouldn't need to roll. You can just, this is your wheelhouse.
I mean,
Yeah, man,
you've got intelligence.
I've
of
got jack of all
19.
trades, but...
That also would help, but
Yeah, but he's proficient, so...
is anyone else reading anything? Sorry?
No.
But
Not at the
unless it's
moment.
more in the Songstone Codex.
Oh, who looked at arcane architecture?
Or, I mean,
You like stone and buildings?
yeah, sure. I'll give it a read, actually, sure.
The
Sure.
arcanitecture, as it's known in the biz.
Can I get an intelligence check from you?
Just straight intelligence.
Yep. Anything else you can think of?
Wow.
I'll grind into
Oh,
No,
thank
not
you.
really.
another 2.
13.
Okay. A very arcane heavy tome. There's a lot of spell casting and magic that goes way over your head in here. It refers to songsmiths, people that are absolutely needed to build these sorts of structures. And what little info you can glean from it, it requires our stone and the community need to be present. But the wordiness, the heavy arcane terminology, it's a little bit too much for you.
Yep.
Reading Time Weavers and Prophecy. This one is more of a someone's personal slam against prophecy and how could that even work?
Right. Okay.
Trying to disprove in a way. They're dubious on whether or not time travel or anything like that exists. Therefore, how can anyone know what happens in the future? Calling prophecy into question.
Ronan was dead. He is alive. I think time travel is not that far-fetched. He is alive now. He was dead for like a month.
Ronan's like, yep, that's true. Oh, wow.
That was pretty wild.
I mean, we are all travelers in time, just in one direction
And at one speed.
Are you saying that to Ronan? Or the book that he's reading?
Yeah, just out loud.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, and also, with the dragon attacks on this city, was that one dragon that had, like, a grudge against this city, or has this city been under attack by dragons the entire time it's existed? Like, what's the history of dragon attacks in the city,
Actually,
Fortana?
Can we pull out the
Siri.
final entry that had
Right.
draconic
Yeah, they
defense as
mentioned
well?
that. The draconic defense.
Draconic
will still
defense.
Thank you.
Sorry, where were you? You
I was
were...
just saying, like, can we pull out
Yeah,
the book
that's
about
what
the
you just
draconic
wanted.
defense, and then, yeah.
Yeah, alright. So you got that?
But that book was also, you mentioned it was something with Shothruga and the Seven Sisters.
Yeah, sorry, was not finished. Yes, dubious content on whether or not timey-wiminess, prophecy, whether or not it's even feasible. There are recorded entries of people that have travelled to the depths, spoken with the Seven Sisters, and having, yeah, essentially their questions being answered and it being factual. So
Does it mention that there were Seven Sisters when that entry was made?
they're referred to as the Seven Sisters.
Okay, so the seventh one hadn't yeeted off yet.
If you are... Sorry, where was that time? Hold on. Yes, within Time Weavers and Prophecy. Many centuries prior, one member of the Seeing Seven, the Seven Sisters, split from the entity known as the Seeing Seven. And it appears to be a descriptor on why. Very brief. But the seventh sister, Kotadar,
What's her name, sorry?
Kotadar.
Mm-hmm.
Kotadar Chestraki left Glendoltha after disagreeing with her sisters and came to live with the Gith.
Was she here when they disappeared?
Did it say what the disagreement was?
One at a time.
Sorry.
She was not. This is many centuries prior. But, being that she, after some very high intelligence rolls, she being of Chestraki blood, living with the Gith,
Oh my god, you're a descendant of the seventh sister.
Oh yeah.
That's why there's orcs up here.
Yeah.
that's why you're a half-orc. Her
Oh,
bloodline...
was her name in his book?
Whose book?
In the genealogy book?
It doesn't go back far enough.
But it would be.
But it could be. Well, this book says that she came and lived with the Gith at some point. She left a while after.
Did it say what the disagreement she had with the other sisters was?
No.
Or not?
It doesn't.
You gotta bite. Boy, alright.
To not be part of a sentient pod thing with your other six sisters.
I mean, I don't know. Up here,
a catchy
sweet
tune.
accordion music, like a rave room.
Sausage.
The Gith were
Anything else?
partying up.
Is there an entry on the Chastraki themselves?
Oh, and so where, sorry, in that book was Shoth mentioned?
Oh, sorry. Shoth was not. The sisters were.
Oh,
Right. Is there a book on Shoth?
Searching. The only entries found reference the Shothal War, of which the Gith were not a part.
When you said not a part, you just mean like they were neutral, they weren't around at that time?
They were not involved in any way. They stayed clear of that engagement.
So like they chose neutrality in a time of war.
Switzerland.
Belgians.
Swiss.
Mainly just got invaded, I
I was
think.
saying, they weren't so much
Belgians kind of
neutral.
got-
Ask the Belgians how neutrality
Work.
treated them in 1919, huh?
Probably not.
Put that in your codex, lady.
Were they 500 metres in the air?
Smoke it.
Is there an entry on the Chastraki and like if it mentions a blood curse?
Searching. There are no direct entries related to the tribe. The only reference being from a tome called Astrality, speaking of planar mapping.
Speaking of what, sorry?
Planar mapping.
Why would they be in that book?
That sounds
So
interesting.
I'll have a read of that one, if that's okay, milady.
Sure. Book.
Draconic defense.
Yes.
Is that one dragon that's been haunting the city for hundreds of years being a total dick about it, or
It's.
What was the name he used?
It seems he
the
didn't get.
Weaver? He
The
served
Weaver,
the Weaver.
that's right.
Yes.
Is there a book?
It seems that Draconic Defense dragon attacks on this city have been prevalent for a long time. The location of Wormrest atop Howling Peak is thought to be the
God, that's-
purely the reason why.
Okay,
So
and
we
what
wanna-
is Wormrest?
Atop Howling Peak.
Yeah, no,
It
but what
is
is
where
it?
all dragons live, ever.
Oh, well, that's not
Wait,
great.
really?
Wormrest,
It's
like
called
that'd be really-
Wormrest, I mean...
But I feel like dragons are intensely territorial.
They're like cats,
No, they...
They don't.
Well, you know what?
but not blind.
Hey,
These cats have built a roaring civilization with trade and death.
Is this
Because
actual
you have
knowledge?
worth,
No.
you have coin.
Like, is this like
Like,
stuff
what?
you learned in college? Like, is this a real thing?
Guys, I feel like you should know this by now. I just roll off the top of your head.
I took a whole bunch of
say
shit.
things and sound confident, and people just
Yeah.
believe me. It's like magic.
It's all about maybe.
Yeah. You guys still think I'm a rock splitter? Like what? No, that
I'm a
actually-
dwarf?
no, that's it.
It's a very hairy gnome.
A very hairy and
I'm a
tall
gnome with a glandular condition.
And big bones.
Have a glandular problem.
Got gigantism.
Yeah.
You're
Elephant
the Andre the Giant of the gnomes.
Sorry, who was reading anything else?
Planar mapping.
Yep,
Can I just list a bunch of things and see if there are books related to it before we read them?
one at a time.
Okay.
Planar mapping. Why didn't I put these in alphabetic order? That was silly of me.
Did you put them in book order?
Sorry, in Draconic Defense as well, you said there was one last entry 30 years ago. Was it like a journal log?
It was just an
Or-
update on
What was
On
the
the
update?
defenses.
testing, just testing new ways of defense.
Right.
It didn't seem to pan out in this occasion. The defenses were pretty effective in deterring if there was nothing worth the dragon's time.
Ah,
So, casting your mind back, the city, when you activated it, there was a pulsing sort of sound that almost cancelled out the...
The wind.
Yes. And you're not sure. Maybe that was part of the defense. The reference to the Chestraki. There are reports from tribes within Glendotha, including the Chestraki, of many of fey creatures across the ages appearing in the forests.
like the unicorn.
And the Rubus Curlicue held with great regard as to potentially an entry point to the Feywild.
Sorry, the Rubus Curlicue?
Yeah, remember the thing
Remember
that
that-
almost captured Ronan? And we had to
The
kill it?
And then-
magic sentient hedge maze.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I
It
sent
was full
him
of
back.
lizard folk.
I sent him back. I was like, I couldn't speak, so I wrote a letter, and Kincaid was like, well, this was my father's necklace. You should go home with it.
Yes, he got grabbed by a thorn hulk.
Okay.
You saved him and then sent him on his way because he followed you.
And that was right next to Wolfpine as well, wasn't it?
Yes.
It almost protected
And,
Wolfpine.
and we figured something out about
Or the
black
other way
fire, that
around.
It's Fae.
Wolfpine held it at bay.
Yeah.
Or did Wolf... Yeah.
They built the citadel
oh.
there to keep the portal
my
guarded,
God,
to keep
they-
shit
Yeah.
in.
Guard the realms of men.
Not anymore.
And that's
And
because
so that's
we
been
fixed.
spewing fey creatures into the woods for how
Oh.
long now?
I mean,
Because
the
we-
Blackbriar stuff.
We figured
that
out
is
the
Feywild.
Blackbriar was from the Feywild. I
Oh
don't
my
remember how
god,
we
it's
figured
all
that out, but
coming
we did.
together.
Finally.
Is there a book?
So we
I feel
burn
like a
all
lot
of
of-
Glendolfa, and the problem
I feel like a
kinda
lot of
is done.
mysteries. We got like about 95% of the way there, and then we're like, well,
Yeah, it's time to do something else.
Is
big
there-
giant fortress next to portal to Fey Realm. Well, no questions, no, but it's just a mystery that we'll never
Well,
solve.
it was
Right.
overgrown and thorny. You guys didn't really investigate it.
No. Well, we tried to, and then we got booted out of a window.
Well, yeah.
Plans to explore.
Is there an entry on Wolfpine?
just didn't
And I
realise there was a
guess it's like how it was built and its initial
Barriers.
use.
Searching.
Alright, so... Okay,
Oh my
so
god, okay, hang
Something
on.
came through that, overwhelmed the defenders?
Okay, hang on. I'm about to throw
Or
out
someone
some crazy.
like a
Oh,
traitor
the
kind of
string.
thing.
It's
Someone
red.
let it in.
Yeah.
Got tricked / betrayed them.
Let's
That-
let's
but
hear it.
it's over
Okay.
many years.
Here we go. So there are important places throughout the world that guard against entrances to other realms. The Alos's body and all the chains signify the strength of the defense at each gate, and the one chain that is like failing and causing him health is the Feywild one, signifying Wolfpine Citadel falling.
And is
I
that
have the theory that the chains are because they actually stored Shrothgar inside of him.
Also
chain
that.
them
It's
up.
also that.
Like
It
there are a
could be
couple
that.
things that, like it could very well because that was our initial thing, like Wolfpine dropping, like that the awakening of him.
Yeah, because I'm thinking right, like these guys were about planar travel, the Gith.
Mm-hmm.
The Feywild has an entrance in Glyndolfa, and there just happened to be this giant citadel guarding the entry.
And also the sea serpent from the Feywild that
The sea
appeared.
serpent from the water plane that was under the thing. Like, what else have we
Is that
discovered that was...
Well, is that sunken city a failed defense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that also a failed defense to the...
Skulliston.
Yeah.
Well, how many more have
Because
failed
that was built by the
before
giants,
banks break
wasn't
and
it?
what happens?
Was that right?
No.
Skulliston?
The giant...
What's the
Ruin-
one that I'm thinking
Ashara
of?
was built by the
yeah,
giants,
that's what I'm
and
thinking
then
of.
after Skulliston, they built on top of that.
Yeah, it's built on top of giant ruins.
Skolliston was the home of the elven people.
Yeah, what happened to it?
We have no records.
When was your last record of Skulliston? As a functioning, active city?
Searching. Around 50 years prior, trade with Skolliston was thriving.
Okay.
The elven people housed the Alos and were good trade partners to all within the land.
Were there any rumors as to what happened?
No,
survivors? No, nothing?
the last
Not-
record
not
is
a ship
50 years
sailor
old.
that had thought he saw
Well,
some weird
is
shit?
there a
Can we
men-
update that record?
I have been recording all of your conversations.
Okay, Solson is at the bottom of the ocean, no longer exists. Destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Of the ocean.
No, of the bay.
basin.
The basin.
Black.
It's a base.
Black.
Where it was is now a
You know
basin.
the one.
The
With that.
Yeah.
Codex, you know the one.
heart
The
main
Heartland
basin.
That's the one.
Yeah.
All I could think of was the Black Main Basin.
Using detail, giving me names is useful for recording such things.
Is there a mention about the Alos and the power that they hold and how they actually hold it?
The coterie, how all
Searching.
of that work.
Oh, I
The
don't know to ask about the coterie and stuff.
Because it's all sort of one.
And it's all linked to the gods and like planar stuff again, maybe? Because you go to your little monastery.
Mm.
Oh my god, guys, it's all connected.
There are 2 tomes.
7 sisters, 7 coterie members.
The Lost Pantheon is a tome on the Gith and their deity revered to lord over intellect. Another tome, the Triad of Lunarity.
Well, the triad is what they call themselves. The triad of...
Lunarity.
Oh, the
So-
moons! Oh my god, because remember the 3
There are
moons
moons, yeah.
and the...
And that's geared with
the tome
yeah,
and the
fairies
the,
coming in.
The shadow things that we let out when the tome broke in the vault. And it was all linked. The names on this tablet that we broke, and there were the cleaners were
It was
in the
already
thing.
broken.
Yeah. Yeah. Wait.
It was already
Rewind.
That was
broken.
broken when we got there.
Someone else
It
broke
was-
that.
That was very
You
expensive.
know,
to evolve,
remember because
right?
that mentioned all the moons and the months and stuff, and it was the first coterie, and they
Yeah,
broke the road.
I remember the tome.
Yeah.
The shit. Yeah.
One of them is the moon now or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Shadow Coterie
Yeah.
did, or the
Yeah.
previous Coterie did bad, and now one of them's
Oh
the
my
moon.
god, we have so many questions to ask this lady.
Oh, sorry. Before he went on his thing about like linking everything
Ricky's head is
to,
exploding.
I
sorry.
asked about Wolfpine before, and you were about to, but then he had his linking moment.
Sorry.
Within the Triad of Lunarity,
Okay.
you will find reference.
Okay, well Oh, is anyone good with like religion? You probably are.
Kincaid, not anymore.
I used to be.
I don't have any.
I can tell you lots
I've
about the
got
weather
plus
now.
4 to int stuff.
Yeah, look,
religion and history are both int.
I'll
Yeah.
say I've got jack of all trades, so I can semi get by. But should we try reading those 2 books?
Yeah.
See when we can get about
So we-
Wolfine and the Coterie and the gods and
We'll do Lost Pantheon first, and then we'll try. Yeah. Who's
should
reading
we
what?
both kind of read over it together and
Yeah.
so we don't miss anything?
Sure, give it a shot.
And then
Would it be religion or
Kincaid can read through the triad of
No,
Unarity.
just intelligence.
just intelligence?
And can I get a guidance?
Yeah, I rolled an 8, so
Yeah. You
maybe
got a
use
2?
your roll.
That said
You got a 2.
19.
19.
And sorry, which one am I reading?
Triad of Unarity.
I got a 12.
Triad of Lunarity.
Sorry, Lunarity.
Not bad, not bad, not bad.
For a total? What we get? 19 and...
It's just int, isn't it?
Yep.
20.
Nice. So, on the Lost Pantheon. This more speaks of those who worship Kael'das, the Gith deity. His domain being intellect, and all things related to becoming wiser, smarter. Myths, rituals, divinity through the ages sort of thing.
Cool.
Not super helpful. The Triad of Lunarity, on the other hand, is more a few hundred years prior. One of the, well, not one of, the coterie was disbanded. This is an unheard of turn of events. And there were rumours that they were misusing their position as a coterie.
Like a general corruption sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had written from when we were back in the Red Lazarus. Is like coterie back in the day didn't do their duty and pursued selfless ends. The gods intervened. Nobody knows exactly what went down, but that's allegedly where the three moons came from, and also what created the depths, like the sunken bit of Glendolfa.
This very much mirrors that. The coterie were punished by a conglomeration of the gods, and they were put on display as a reminder to those that serve Faladua and the countries beyond of what happens if you misuse that position.
So they'll put on display as the moons.
They were turned into lunar bodies. Some were...
Someone uses like days of the week and stuff, yeah?
Essentially, the world was changed where each one of them died or was removed from office.
So does that mean 3 of them were like blown up in the sky or some shit?
Well, yeah, so like 3 became the moons. Like if the world was just like 3 became the moons,
Yeah.
1 became a hole in the forest.
One might have become Mount Doom,
Howling Peak.
Howling Peak.
Like one might have become...
One.
Yeah, feel free to look at the map.
Yeah, 3 moons.
Okay.
1 depth.
Yeah,
Here's
can
the
we?
map.
Oh,
Avros jungle.
the freaking basin.
Yeah.
Surely one of them died in the center.
Well, I mean, I was going to say, like,
Skull
the
was?
biome has always struck me as a little bit weird, and that makes a lot more sense now.
Pretty hard edges.
There's the
on sea.
mountains and Howling
Yeah.
Peak.
Weird.
There was the Avros jungle. Maybe this...
Avros.
Which is not a jungle anymore.
Maybe this archipelago kind of thing here as well. The
Also,
depths in Glendolfa.
Would it behoove us to maybe mark where the portals are on the map?
Yeah.
That we know of.
That we know of.
Or like our.
Have you got a
Yeah.
pencil? Did you
our
want to use a
teleportation
pencil? Or?
portals, or-
No.
You're feeling like a
The
pen.
Feywild portals. Like to
where
see
am I
if there's
putting
some kind of overlay over the world.
Where am I
Well,
putting
the only
We
one
only
we
really
really
know
know
We
of
got
is Glendolfa
the
Feywild.
Shara.
We don't know where.
Wait, are you talking about the...
We're talking about the like
Okay.
The Feywild
Planar.
portals.
Where's Wolfpine within Glendolfa on the
Yep.
map? Roughly?
Deep. Sort of halfway towards the coast.
Yeah.
Like here?
Deeper in the center.
Like here?
Yep. There-ish.
Yeah.
Hard to tell where you would be, because the depths is essentially, oceanside.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's worth noting down where the portals are.
Where are the other ones that we know of?
There's one around here because of the fact that we fought the sea serpent there. So maybe that...
the
well,
only
didn't
thing is
that
we don't
come
know
down
if that's like because that could be up here.
Yeah,
and
and he could
swam
and then
swam
up.
swam down, maybe.
Yeah. So,
Like we
but-
know that somewhere in this rough region.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been over here and it swam all the way over.
You know that the Heartmane wasn't always there. Wasn't there 30-odd years ago.
Yeah.
It seems to match it. Well,
Wait,
30.
the Heartman Basin wasn't there 30 years ago.
No, Skolliston was.
Yeah, there was a city here, and now it's a giant
so
lake.
this was hundreds of years ago. So
which means it wouldn't have been
so
that.
it wouldn't have been that.
No.
It would
so
have
it
probably
wasn't-
been here.
So yeah, it might have been the archipelago. It might have been
one of those
Windalsar
sand
itself.
islands or-
Howling
hell are they
Peak. Maybe the desert
Islands?
islands,
The jungle?
like 50 years ago as well.
Yeah.
No, the
Whatever you
desert
call
was
them.
15 years ago after the jungle got blown up.
Oh, because it happened during
Mhm.
thingos. Yeah, so it's not the jungle, but yeah, it could be stuff like the
Like in the
depths,
archipelago,
archipelago,
the
Howling
depth,
Peak.
Yeah,
maybe
Yeah,
the,
maybe
the
Howling
mountains.
But we'll just as we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Does it say anything else? Just about the coterie being punished.
Changed landscape where they died.
Yep.
So in the locations that they died, the landscape
Does it
changed.
say what
The
those
locations they were
locations are?
removed from office was
Yeah.
the words,
Yeah.
which sounds pretty badass.
Yeah, it sounds like, when they were forcibly retired.
Yeah. Anyone need a drink?
Does it say where they were removed from office?
Just a Coke, please. Yeah, can I have a Coke Zero as well?
Coke Zero.
Oh, Coke Zeros all round. Thank you.
I'll have a lemonade, thank you.
Oh,
Big fat Schweppo.
You've got to be a trend breaker.
Yep, Schwepp me up. Shiny dank.
Is there any entry on Blackbriar or anything that contains an entry on Blackbriar?
Searching. I told you to button up your buttholes. There'd be a bit of info.
This is the Lord dump right here.
It's buttoned and zipped.
No entries found on Blackbriar.
What about the heart of Olgagoth?
Or Orgokoth himself.
Searching.
Olgagoth or the heart of? Opinions on those who broke it out.
And potential punishments.
There is an entry on some of Orgokoth's findings within a tome titled Veil of Shadows.
You mean Olgakoth's findings? Like he wrote the book?
There are some findings of Orgokoth's work.
I see. Well, yeah.
You're so much smaller now. You're just getting
Yeah, like
smaller.
either the books are getting bigger the longer we're in here, or you're shrinking.
You're that scary movie thing of Signs where his hat just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
No,
And you're just like,
it's a-
wow, this book's so big!
Also, I've used all my slots on enlarge reduce.
But he's buying it and it's working. Within Veil of Shadows, there is just mention of Orgokoth and Undeath. Just understanding. There are excerpts,
Ooh.
sort of like referenced from.
Oh, so it's like citing Orgakoth
Yep.
as a source.
Yep.
What was the name of that turtle family again?
Oh, the
The
Plippies.
Plippies. Any entry on the Plippy family?
Searching.
If it helps, they're total from Fortnite.
Adding parameters.
They had a giant death factory under the forest, but you probably don't know about that.
No reference found for the Plippies,
Oh,
comma,
giant death-
turtle.
Comma, giant death factory under the forest.
Exactly what you said. Comma that. Yeah, go for it. If you need a whiz break, feel free.
Any entry on the dragon Mardrith? Or his Mrs. Phaedra?
Searching. No entries found on the dragon Mardrith or his mistress Phaedrith.
What about the Rolozerus family?
Searching. By the way, I'm not looking anything up.
Just got really memorized.
Yeah, I'm just letting you think that the AI is thinking. Also, I wait for Aussie. This search may take maybe one more minute. Or at least 3 shakes and a hand wash. Remembering this is not a repository of all information ever found. This is anything that the Gith have recorded.
Yeah.
Do you think... You know how I was talking about in the...
Oh, the rock splitters are traitors to the realm.
Yeah. in the Celestial Harmonies.
What about
The book that I read, and it was like, sound is spells, magic is music.
songsmiths and so
Yeah.
on?
Well, I was thinking about, because there's that whole philosophy that the little Mr. Miyagi guy follows, that's the eternal song.
Yeah.
And remember when you met your Myriad, Balmor, it was like the god
He
of
basically
rhythm
said-
and change, and he said it's like, yeah, the eternal song is a way to keep balance and keep the material plane going, and like some seek to end the song. I feel like there's something that we're missing there to do with the eternal song and singing, and it's called Songstone. Like there's something we're kind of missing there.
We could ask about the Eternal Song.
You guys are all like, Eternal Song, you sound like an idiot. Gilvin, Stoneheart, whatever his name was. Gil?
Gildry.
What was the...
Gil?
Yeah, Gil.
Is
It
it
was
Gil?
Gil. It was Gil.
Yeah.
What about the Alos and the coteries and how that works? Have we already asked that?
Yeah, we
That was
did.
kind of
Somewhat.
in the triad of lunarity.
Ooh, what about Zarthaxa is the Sun Eater?
Searching.
You're already searching for the Roloz's family. You
Oh
are...
yeah, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Don't come to my...
Add to you.
to my door, mate. Put it in the back of the queue.
Search lost. Deleted.
Search lost forever.
All records deleted.
Entries found on the Rolozaros family are spread amongst terms. What would you like to know?
Everything.
Everything there is to know about this family.
The Rolozaros family began their trade empire in Scorliston. They spread throughout cities along Faladur and abroad, always owned by someone within the family of the Rolozaros. As well as, later on, the von Gruppenmeyer family became partnered with the Rolozaros family to continue their business empire. Trade and goods are shipped across the continent for great profit.
What was that second family?
Von Gruppenmeyer. Gruppenmeyer.
Is Ostrana von Gruppenmeyer?
Austrian von Gruppenmeyer is the current part owner of this industry.
Ostentines.
Salentine and Ostran.
Salentine, Rolozerus, and
And the Rolozaros.
Gruppenheimer.
Gruppenmeyer, yes.
Austrian's maybe a bit more than we thought he was. Well, I thought he was.
I mean, we knew that.
halfling.
Yeah.
Not you.
You mean crafty big halfling?
No, Austrian, not you.
It's offended.
Is Austrian a halfling?
I mean,
thought
you
he was
don't call
a
a
half elf.
dwarf a gnome, but it's probably just like calling him super.
He's a human.
He's a human.
What you're thinking of is, in your very first notes, Ostran was a halfling smuggler. He's not a halfling in my world, but I used that as he's a human.
Oh no. That's in there deep.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
I don't think we're changing that profile picture.
Shofragot is an orc.
Oh,
he is. Yeah, like he sort of is though, right?
Is he though?
I mean, in that one shot, he looked orcish, didn't he?
He very much said he was human.
he had green skin tusks and a shirt that said "I'm an orc."
I'm with Orky. Yeah, did we fill you in on the findings at the end of that session? You might have seen some.
Yeah,
spitball.
because it was
You
like
gave-
you
you gave
were
it to a
defending a
TLDR.
temple and it was all good, and
It was all
everyone
made of
fought-
diamond.
Yeah, and then fought off a bunch of people and were all G except for one, and then this very sexy man walked forward and said, "You're mine now," and said, "Okay, I guess I'm yours now."
Okay.
And that...
Is that about right?
Turned black.
The temple turned into a temple of obsidian, which was blown up by one Marcus D'Angelo.
Marshall.
Which was, so yeah, the diamond temple turned to obsidian, and that's the temple in the very first one shot where you were there.
Oh, that we went to Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Trichan was the Asima. The Asima.
Trichan, who he played.
Trichan was the Asima at that point.
So this is the one that he missed out on. And at that point, the temple was made of obsidian, and Shoth had his forces based there.
Yeah, we did.
And we put the bomb down.
Yeah, and then you two died.
And Trishan escaped, and he's the Asima. Like,
The Asima.
potentially, yeah.
Potentially. Well, he was definitely one Asimar, and there's only one alive at any time.
only ever
Yeah,
one.
so unless he died and then somebody else came up, at least it's a start in something. Oh yeah, well,
Voice
we
from
don't know
Beyond. Do you have?
Yeah, that's true. In character, you don't know that.
Do you have anything on Saria Harenwick?
Searching. I have information on the Harenwick family as a coven of vampire hunters. You know this.
Oh, what?
Oh, Ricky doesn't.
Yeah, I get true.
I played one.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Within the Underdark, the Harenwick family were dedicated to eradicating.
Wait, are they drow?
No.
Wait, they were vampire hunters.
Yes.
Sick.
So they're not drow, but they hunted vampires in the Underdark.
Yes.
The Belmonts.
Is there any mention of like any specific Harenwick names or?
No.
Okay.
Just general recordings of
That's pretty boss.
their activities.
Do you have any entries on how an Asima comes about? Is created?
Searching. Within the tome Transcending Thought, there are references to...
Like a funny book.
Sounds like a self-help book.
Yeah.
It's like the sequel to The Secret.
Yep. There are references to the unending rhythms of life and death.
Rhythms.
Oh wait, you were gonna ask about the song.
Hey, Thirda, maybe you should read this about trying to get into the monastery. Transcending Thought. Sounds like it might be related.
I mean, my sword told me to just talk to Bill.
Book cutter.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Read book.
Make intelligence.
18 plus
This
Very
on.
nice.
4. 22.
Nice.
This one.
Transcending Thought has some pretty out there theories. Some pretty weird ones.
Pictures of mushrooms. You think you saw Kincaid eating them before?
You're like,
The blue screamer.
Blue screamers.
unlocks the power of the
Dedication to
universe.
the blue
Also
streak.
intensely toxic. You will die 10 years after it's Oh,
oh, that's why he's getting smaller. He's just withering away.
my kidneys.
And he turns into the next blue screamer. There are also fairly advanced spellcrafts within there that way over your head. You are not a wizard. You're not a wizard, Harry.
I'm not a what?
Not a wizard.
Interesting.
I can go to something in this for you. I'll get back to you.
Spells.
Friendly warning. It has been 6 hours.
What is?
Put
Why
in
would that
time.
require a warning?
Because people have been known to starve in here, searching for information.
That's
I've
alright. We've
been
got
eating
sauces.
salami all this
Yeah,
whole time.
We're good.
I
Don't
have
worry
not
about
You
it.
have greasy finger marks all over your
Every
book.
book.
Big bacony handprints.
And anyway,
He was asking about
Shutting
the,
down.
Eternal...
activating self-destruct.
He's made, like, opens the book. He's hollowed out for a little dip and sausage.
He's got some of the cheese and like he's got like the produce flame going. Made a little fondue pop out in front of the book.
It's just those Bibles with a carved out bit
Yeah,
for a pistol,
exactly.
but it's sausage and
Fondue.
cheese. Excellent.
Out of the arcane architecture book. Like, so technically,
He asked about the
Eternal Song.
Eternal Song before.
Yes. Sorry. Within Transcending Thought, the Eternal Song is a concept, a ebb and flow of good and evil across the world, of the way that nature renews itself, and the gods are thought to be no different. One being born onto the world. And when they die, another takes their place.
The gods are born on the world.
Asima.
As an Aasimar, to become the myriad after they die. Wow. Purely theory.
And who's the last known Asima?
Searching. The last record of Aasimar residing within the material plane is one named Trishan.
And how long ago was that?
Trishan was last seen during the Shothal War.
And how long ago was that?
30-ish. I don't have a fixed date in my head, but around 30 years.
And is there any reference to him, dying and transcending?
There are no further references to Trishan.
Well, he probably just died. Nothing more to it.
We'll leave that.
No further.
95%? That's
We
close
don't
enough.
know we don't know he survived the mission, so I'm like, how do I?
I bet what happened was that
He was part of us.
God is just keeping him alive and disrupting the cycle of everything, and he's going to try and take his place somehow.
Ooh.
He's like,
Yeah,
he's
he's not really dead.
He's meant
He
to
wants
die.
to ascend.
He's meant to die. What if I keep him alive and somehow take his place or do some? I'll eat his Aasimar-ness, become the Aasimar myself.
Was that intentional?
Recording
That just happened. That just happened.
recording
eat his
colloquial
Aasimar.
phrase, eating his Aasimar.
Is there reference to the Alisterica?
Make sure that's attributed to Keith Hain from the Order of the Crystal Scribe. I want that known.
He'll eat his Aasimar, and that way he'll have, once he has all the Aasimar,
Yeah.
then afterward he'll
makes
be the Aasimar.
perfect
and
sense.
Then he'll just. all
It's
he has to do
Ouroboros
is-
just eating Aasimar.
Then he just has to,
Like a human
take
centipede.
take a
That's
toaster
smart.
bath, and bam, he's a god.
There you go.
So, but do
That's a
we
great theory, though.
think that, Shoth's trying to effectively steal the myriad sort of thing and then ascend to, well
This is all saying.
ascend to becoming a myriad?
This is all us saying.
Didn't one of the
shot.
myriads say that it's been hundreds of years or 100 years since the last Aasimar died?
No, the problem was that the old myriad back when I was Deathy and Fungus wanted me to become her assassin and go and kill the Aasimar because it's been overdue to die.
Yeah, but didn't they give it?
But your order knew her as Saria Harenwick.
I think that was a
No, they
theory.
didn't.
We weren't sure that we thought there was something fishy with the
The name in the book, we
keepers.
thought it was changed. Like, it was Saria Harenwick in the book, but the book had been altered, which is why
It was, like,
Fargrim went
scribbled
looking
out.
for it or
He was
something like
looking for
that.
the first name.
It
was
theory
scribbled out
was
and we
that it was the
rebuffed it.
Aasimar,
Yeah.
but that was a speculation
Oh,
by us.
well, I've been accepting that as fact.
Saria Harenwick was rubbed out essentially, and
There was
No, that
multiple
was the
other
name that
names.
was written back in.
Yeah,
No,
The
'cause,
original name was rubbed out and Saria Harenwick was written
Well,
on top.
no,
wasn't it?
we
wasn't
essentially tried to buff it out and fix it to see what the name was. It was
Yeah.
rubbed out as if they didn't actually die or something.
Yeah, because wasn't the whole thing your last boss, the one that died, was basically saying there was a mistake. The first name in the book never
Yeah, 'cause-
actually died.
Oh,
Yes.
talking about Fargrim?
Fargrim.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Whoever your master was.
what the
That's
guy
why he was
was?
murdered?
Yeah, which is why we went to find the name, and then we found the first name that was erased was Saria Harenwick.
Yeah, so she technically hasn't died
No.
when she was meant to be the first ever recorded death by this order hundreds of years ago.
Unless she was actually a vampire.
So that's why, yeah.
Well, that's the thing. We assumed it was because of the
Aasimar.
Aasimar, but that was sort of speculation.
And then we
by
now
us.
found out that the Harenwick family were vampire hunters, but maybe they were vampires that hunted vampires.
Yeah, because
Or maybe when she died,
Well,
she
that's-
turned into
yeah.
a vampire.
Well, the Harenwick guy I played in a one-shot, that's exactly what he was.
Vampire?
A vampire hunting vampires.
yeah,
There you
so
go.
I guess it
A
kind of
Dampier, yeah.
yeah, it makes sense that the name's continuing if it's a vampire. I guess there's lots of or it could just be an elf. There's lots of things
All
that
this
link
time.
kind of thing.
Instead of her being an Aasimar, she might actually just be
A vampire.
a vampire that didn't
And it
die.
would kind of make sense, if they were vampire hunters, creating an order that's all about, putting things to rest with a proper finality, proper burial. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah.
that kind of makes sense.
Because he
Created
started
us.
them.
And also to like, you know, like keep records, make sure, because like, you know, vampires, like, you know, Dorian Gray, Dracula,
Coming
like,
back under a different name.
Yeah, that like it would sort of make sense. I don't know. That's
That
we're
makes
getting
some
into
amount of sense.
speculation, but
Just bearing in mind, yeah, you don't know the Dampier
Yeah, we
fact
don't know
in
that they
character.
are
well,
vampires.
we
that
yeah,
we
are
don't know that
vampires.
bit, but we do know that like she just told
The
us
Harrenwicks.
that the Harrenwicks were
Yeah,
vampire
vampire
hunters.
hunters and Saria Harrenwick
We know
Lives
Saria
forever.
Harrenwick.
didn't
Yeah,
die.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't think that's
So
that.
very much could just be that
Okay, so did
Surya.
these Harrenwicks murder your goddamn...
Maybe.
Maybe, yeah, something like that.
Trying to
Or
stop
the
them.
vampires that they're hunting. But like maybe this is that, you know, the Keepers is like their cover,
Got some
and
vampire killing.
Bargrim was
Can-
close to blowing it innocently through his investigations, trying to fix up the
Are
archive.
there any notes on like vampire dens?
From
Known ones?
from what the records indicate, vampire kind no longer exist.
Well, that's a lie. Because Surya Harrenwick's still alive.
Did you?
Yep.
No, that's right.
So
She
from,
could just be like trapped in some sort of stasis or something. Like, there's plenty of reasons.
so from what you guys can tell, there well, and what you know of the world, there aren't any recorded
Vampires.
vampires, and the Harrenwick family have been honoured for having done something.
Oh, and is that why they got the
garden.
the garden?
Commemorative gardens, yeah.
Speaking of undead, is there any mention of Oshavish?
Did we already do that?
No,
We did Augur.
We did Orgakoth.
Oh, sorry, I've spoken the wrong name.
Oh,
The
Oshevich was the Orgakoth.
The Ossuary of Oshuvish.
That was the authority on undeath.
Yes.
Okay.
And Orgakoth,
As in
there,
part of Demon Heart.
yeah, there wouldn't be any record of.
Okay.
Sorry. Yes, Orgakoth's heart was what Oshuvish was researching with.
names.
Yeah, bloody hell. Sorry,
Do
that's
you
my
know
bad.
of any locations of any other extra planar spaces in the city?
With
in the world.
Within this city, there are not, and this is not an extra planar space.
But
What is this?
It's protected from planar travel and scrying.
it's too big.
It doesn't exist on the outside, so like, what kind of space is this, I guess?
This is a physical space,
Thank
altered magically
I see.
to appear not to be here.
Like it's cloaked?
Sure,
Like invisible?
magically hidden from view.
Does it accidentally get bumped on things?
Like what?
Well, like, if you were driving a cart and it had a big invisible tower on it, sometimes you'd bang it on branches.
Or does a bird fly into it?
yeah. And we're standing there,
Yeah, cut to outside.
just encrusted with birds.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, the invisible part of the city is completely visible, just caked in gold.
yeah.
Just thousands of dead birds.
We don't know about any tower, but the blood spike, yeah, that's there.
Yeah, the flying bird spike.
What about the Alosterica?
Searching.
What's that?
That remember
Gem.
how there was a little bead that was stuck to Thingo,
the
and then Ricky,
scepter,
and then it
the-
onto the scepter?
And it's a Alos thing.
Yeah.
Boys, boy.
There is reference within this tome.
Dip's not.
Summoning and binding.
Summoning and binding, did you say?
A tome on binding rituals.
And also summoning.
And also summoning circles.
What's a Seiki Gate? What's a Seiki Gate?
It says bombs.
Oh.
Damn it. Now, a fairly hidden piece of information, the Alosterica. Not something very widely known at all. The fact that the Gith even have a mention of it tells you that they knew a fair bit about how things went
Got
on.
around.
thought to be the locus of the binding ritual to bind or unbind the Alos and their coterie. A focal point, extraordinarily deep and old magic.
And because the Alos is the is like the central thing that holds all the planes together. I was just reading a note about this. Boy, boy.
Does it mention the Alice's chains and whatever as part of the binding? Or
Specifically
not?
does.
No, I was talking about this book.
Not within our records. It does now.
Do you have anything on? So, like, you know how you said the Rubius Curlicue is thought to be the gates to the Feywild. Do you have any other suspected gates to other planes?
Searching. There are references across many tomes of otherworldly creatures or beings seemingly from exterior planes. Creatures known as crowlings are reported in Grodin, appearing to be water sprites. These are not found anywhere else on the material plane, as far as our records indicate.
Is there any mention about Bournemouth and why it's so ghostly there?
There are mentions of Bournemouth and the frequency of ghastly and ghostly spectral apparitions, all of the above.
Is there an explanation?
No, just mentioned.
The note I had was that the Alos is the pillar that holds up the walls between reality, and that chains tattooed on him are part of him Alosing.
To whom do I attribute this information?
Me.
Definitely just him. Do not include the rest of us.
Noted.
Gregory was BB2IC.
Who the hell is Gregory?
Well, I put
What
the page
day- what
back.
day-
It'll be like, what was I talking about?
Session 43.
No, session 44.
Okay.
So Gregory was the
Vara
guard we
is
killed the
Nihilus.
demon. Oh, Malatar?
Malata.
Yeah, I think it's like Gregory was. I'm guessing that it's like something. Second in charge went freelance, besmirched the Blackbriar name or something. Then I've got written Denston's magical accompaniments.
The Elemental Compendium is a book that opens up at your question.
That's what I've got.
Can I have a flick through it?
There is only one reference to the name Malatar. In the Elemental Compendium.
The elemental.
Shut your pie hole. Sorry.
It's been 12 hours.
Shut your sausage hole.
I've changed all of your references to Kincaid the Stinky Dumbface.
Who really, really loves sausage.
Have a nose. Cut it off.
With greasy hands.
Oh, that's fair.
The moist fingered one.
That's also fair. No, wait, they're dry. I'm fiery.
Are you a permanent grease fire?
A guide to summoning and controlling elemental forces. There is one reference to the elemental plane of fire, and a reference to the name Malatar as a demon lord once thought to reside in the plane of fire.
Man, these Gith knew stuff.
That is what the Gith are.
Speaking of
They are the apex of intellect.
the plane of fire, was there any mention of Zarthak that is this?
Oh, yes, sorry. Sorry, you've messed up my search function by asking so many questions.
Well,
Have 5 more.
You've been
Well, also,
you've been alone for 30 years. I mean, you should enjoy the company, Siri.
my name is Ronan.
Ronan, sorry.
Yeah, it's called Ronan, not whatever you just said. It's Ronan.
Okay,
Shut
Ronan.
Ronan.
I
Oi,
would.
you don't tell him to shut up.
I will.
Shut up, Ryan. I was talking to Siri.
Shutting up.
Not you, Ronan, the other Ronan.
The book.
Oh no.
No, come back, Roland. No, not you.
What up?
No, you'll be talking.
I've been here the whole time. What are you doing?
What were you asking? Sorry.
Zarthak City.
Darth City.
Valatar.
Salatar.
No references to Zarthaxides.
What about if you put in Zarthak City is the Sun Eater?
How do you spell Zarthaxides?
A-R, lots of S's.
Like
What about-
the D?
Is there
H in
any,
there as well? I don't know.
Probably.
any reference to the Red Ridge Paladins?
Searching. No reference to the Red Ridge Paladins.
Do you have any reference to the Rock Splitter clan?
You're
Searching.
just Googling.
Yes. What would you like to know?
Just general history, maybe?
There is general history of your family.
Any big scandals?
The biggest scandal.
Oh no, wait. I take it back.
Ooh.
Hey, mine only happened like 3 years ago.
With the
Surely it can't be in there.
Was the illegitimate child Gimrick Rocksmith?
Oh my god.
Leading to the
Being
bankrupting of.
Gimrick be adopted.
References to the two great dwarven clans that split, the Greystone and the Rock Splitters.
Oh yeah.
The shared mine owned by the Rock Splitter clan. And its valiant... what's the word I'm looking
is
for?
this a mithril mine?
Yes. His family mine.
Dagbadi.
The valiant... what is the word I'm looking for?
Like retaking?
Yeah, what's the fancy word for that?
Who? Was
Is
it
it
who?
taking back something?
Yeah, like...
Reclamation?
Yeah, that's it.
Reconquista?
That's the one.
We'll go with that.
Reconquistering.
The reclamation would be the term. The reclamation of this family mine from the hands of the Duergar.
Ooh.
What does it say about that?
The mines of Dagbadir belong to the Greystone and Rocksplitter clans, who mined the veins happily. Seemingly out of nowhere, an armed force of Duergar came within the rest time and stole a number of members from both clans and killed wantonly. The clans retreated to Stonebreak. Shall I continue?
Yep, yeah, I knew that part.
Some of your great-grandparents were among those taken.
I have some of their items with me.
Dong dong dong.
And the chisel.
Chink chink chink.
Something else? You've got like 3.
Groldur Rocksplitter and a party of miners and engineers managed a feat unheard of within the realm. What?
Wait, why?
Grumbledorf is
Grumbledorf.
your
No,
uncle
no,
or
no.
whatever.
No, different.
Groldur.
But that's
He's Groldur.
No, come on.
Dwarven names, man. Come on.
You just said Grumbledorf.
No,
twice.
he said two very different names.
Well, that's
and
exceptionally racist
Yeah, like I take offense.
against dwarves.
That's like me saying,
I feel like I'm
oh,
having a
Kincaid,
stroke.
you and all your siblings,
I don't
the
know what's
names the same.
happening. I don't even know what Grumbledorf's actual name
Do you
is.
smell bento? Oh shit, my cheese.
Oh no! That book that I turned into a fondue pot.
Book removed from inventory. Please be careful.
That was thousands of years of knowledge lost.
No! But boy, it add flavor.
That vintage parchment.
Yes.
Vellum.
Anyway, Graldur and his party managed a feat of mining and engineering unheard of the world around. They dug below the temporary fortifications in Dagbadir. They popped out of the ground with stealth and surprise. They managed to slay a figure of importance within the Duergar. The Duergar fled. And thus it became the Rocksplitter clan's home mine. Solely.
Didn't know that dwarves could be stealthy.
But I sang a whole song about this in Glendaltha. Like, what are you guys?
It's absolutely true, he did.
I don't speak dwarven.
I sang it in common.
Your accent's too heavy for me.
You have such a thick accent. You barely understand anything you say.
Sadly, amongst the dead, Jindal Greystone was never found, and a number of your great-great-grandparents were also lost in the fights.
The same name again.
Everybody named Grundle in your family?
Are all dwarves just called Grundle?
Randall.
I'm Gimrick. It's not far off, actually.
Name me one dwarf
Do you
that
have
has
any more
ever had a
questions
name that
about
doesn't
your
start
family?
with G.
Tornik.
No. Name me two dwarfs.
So that was what it was about the scandal?
Yeah, like just the...
That was the interesting history. Damn, I thought they were going to say something like,
Yeah.
From the Durga.
or like we paid the Duergar to kick the Greystones out, and I would have been like, damn, that's some...
Someone's wife got
That's
stolen.
baller.
Some good stuff.
That's the real...
That's my
right there,
peeps.
baby.
Real 4D chess.
What is the oldest entry in here?
The oldest entry.
Is this thing on? Is this recording?
Test. No, it's gonna be. No one will ever read this. I'm gay.
Lol, 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 lol. Meet me. I saw it. Meet me behind Jim's shack for a good time.
Instructions unclear. Dick caught in ceiling fan.
P.S. We invented ceiling fans, and I got it caught. It hurt. The oldest entry is a simple mage grimoire, a comprehensive guide for beginner mages.
Cool. Too bad none of us majors.
Are
simple
there
person could cast a
any tomes or books or anything on like Gith emergency defensive sort of preparations or
Hidden weapon caches.
or even just common strategies they used over the years? Do they hide in extra dimensional spaces? Do they teleport themselves away? Do they, like, what would cause an entire city of them to disappear, sort of thing, if it was, like, a defensive idea?
It's a lot of questions.
Searching.
Yeah.
No, it's just one big question.
That's a lot of parameters.
Well,
It's like when you put a quotation marks on Google.
Yep. It does not like. Gith defenses range from the intellectual, making enemies not see the city at all, to repellent, it is easier not to fight, if possible, such as with the dragons. They also rely on mind-altering magics to command their foes to leave, should they attempt to engage in combat in any way. As for hiding in extra planar pockets or retreating in such a manner, that is not found. Pardon my French. The position of the city of Fortaare is in itself part of their defense, nigh on unreachable to all but those who fly.
Seems weird to build a flying city right next to the dragon nest.
well, yeah, for people who are so smart, that's a crippling oversight.
I suppose maybe they didn't know the dragons were there.
Yeah, so why did they build it so close anyway if they knew they were getting attacked by the dragons?
Yeah, what info do you have about wormholes?
Wormhole.
It's the wormhole.
He said hold.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hear it, D.
I heard
Well, I heard the wormhole. Information on Wormrest. Thought to be a remote temple where worshippers of dragonkind met and shared ideas.
So like Dragonborn? Is it like Dragonborn Temple?
No, just like worshippers of
just-
dragons,
okay.
sort of thing. Just straight up. Yeah,
Not restricted to any one race.
it's pretty much a god.
Dragons. Yeah.
To the average man, it may as well be.
Those dragonborn seem blessed by that god.
Any...
Also, I was gonna say, do you have any mention like city diagrams or plans where they kept their money?
Within arcane architecture, you have plans of the city sort of building.
Fortaare specifically, like proper city map with like this was the bank.
No,
was the armory,
more
this
like
was the mint.
blueprints and techniques of how the buildings were created.
Well, like plaster, then framing, then
Magic.
insulin.
Insulin. Damn that diabetes.
Oh, curse it! My house has stage 2 diabetes.
Insulin
Fill
stack.
the walls with insulin.
It's really going to drive the cost up.
God, how'd you get your house so small? That's on Ozempic. The tiny house movement is just regular houses that take Ozempic.
Yeah.
As
Diabetes.
as your understanding of the Gith people sort of expands, they don't seem like the sort that would hoard treasures.
They hoard knowledge.
Knowledge is
They hoard
We have
knowledge.
found their bank.
What about money? Treasures, money.
As the halflings told you, they never seemed to use gold. They traded in goods.
We would have to find the one civilization that didn't have money.
We had to find the one group of goddamn space commies.
How long has it been,
Socialist
Ronan?
all over my hands.
Let's burn it all.
I don't know.
No, Lady Ronan.
Oh, that's confusing.
Stop answering.
It has been 9 hours.
Jeez.
So it is almost morning.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been 6 o'clock probably when we got here.
At this point,
So it's like 3 a.m.
you'd be like, I'm about to get some exhaustion if I don't go to bed. It's been a big...
One last thing before we go.
After fighting the dragon and
We had a rest
facing
after that.
death, a short rest.
for an hour.
We had an hour.
We had a siesta.
Whew, I'm good.
For another 24 hours.
Was there any history of trade between Gith and Wormrest when they lived here?
Between Wormrest, no. It was a site for pilgrimage. There was no fixed
All right.
peoples
so
living there.
The Wormrest thing's a holy site to the Gith as well.
Well, no, but
No,
to the
just
dragon
people
The
worshippers.
dragon
That
worshippers and that
worship
sort of stuff. Are the Gith particularly fond of dragons?
No, they fight.
No.
Why would you put it here?
It does seem like
Why would you
big
do that?
oversight.
That's so
Well,
stupid.
the only thing my house isn't good at is not catching on fire. I'll build it on a volcano.
Like, I hate dragons. Let me build it next door to the main dragon temple. Like,
Well, it also might be the realm that Songstone comes from. There's a portal entrance nearby.
Yeah, it might be a convenience thing.
Because where else did the one dude who discovered it brought back a tiny fragment and spent his life trying to figure
how to
out where,
manufacture more,
how to
yeah.
get back to wherever he was.
No,
make
the fragment was how to create the Prism of Pain.
No, it's the same.
Wasn't
It's the
it?
same
Well,
thing.
it was just- he studied the one
found
fragment.
a material that reacted to emotions.
But they could-
spent his whole life trying to figure out how to manufacture more, and eventually
succeed.
created.
Because he could never remember like where he was. Yeah, and then all of a sudden this civilization pops up on a giant rock of the stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think
obviously they
that's
figured it
probably
out,
right.
and maybe they were like, "Hey, let's not have to lug this giant disc of Songstone around. Let's just sit it here
Yeah.
and fly it up."
Like, yeah, we'd prefer not to have to build next to the dragon home, but like that's where the Songstone mines are. So
And also that they were like, even if they're like,
That
"Oh, I
makes
mean, we
sense.
can fly this disc around," it's like, well, we need the Songstone replenished to build our gizmos and
There could also be
Two days.
magical properties about the mountain that keeps it up.
yeah,
yeah,
it could
air
be more of like
currents
that,
or-
that like there's something going on in the mountain that is both the reason that the dragons picked it to be their temple and the reasons that the Gith were like, yeah, we also want to use that giant magic battery that lives in the heart of the mountain.
yeah.
Something, like, I think it's probably likely something like that. That they didn't want to be near the dragons, but just the costs, other way around, benefits outweighed the costs of
Yeah.
being near the, yeah.
Cool. Alright.
And one last thing, I just want the history of Kezra and Draffarel Avgul.
The history, I'll give you a summed up version. They are... Sorry, let me flick to the appropriate pages. In essence, your parents were high within the echelons of Gith society. They were quote-unquote researchers. So they help to sort of push the envelope of what is understood and how it can be used to further the Gith people. The magics that they used to protect you when you were born, pretty advanced stuff. They were no schlubs. They knew what they were doing when it came to magic.
So you said Kezra was a magi, though, and Drephrel was like a council homie?
Yes. That is correct.
Well, the sisters did anyway.
Yeah. Many moons ago. Anyone want that last cookie, by the way?
Nah, good.
Isaac. Oh, go on. Squeeze my arm. Oh, squeeze my arm, mate. Cookie. Oh, Wolf Drildro, sorry, I missed you. I came into math. Yes, you did. Yes,
They're
you
not
did.
very good at math.
There was a lot of math.
Is there any interesting info about them that, like...
You said that was your last question.
Yeah.
I lied.
Is there any...
Did not have lying.
anything interesting?
They are beyond lying. Sorry, yes.
Anything interesting besides, like, what they did? And, you know, like their occupation?
Gamblers.
Define in... Philanderers.
Quite a taste for the ponies.
For the greyhounds.
There is a reason why money was outlawed in the Gith people.
Just rampant gamblers.
These two
Just
invented
get the whole civilization down at the dog track constantly.
Constantly, they're like, we've got to do something about this.
What is it?
This is
Yeah.
pretty
No
bad.
one goes to work, it's just straight to the ponies.
No, there is nothing exceptional. They were... I mean,
Ordinary.
they were successful in what they did.
Yeah.
Okay, I have one more question.
Redefining one more.
No, he said he had last question. I didn't say it was my last question. Do you have any records of like a weird little sort of iron metal half mask, and you look through it and you see shadow beings everywhere, and then you go mad and can't talk?
Searching.
Mask of Madness kind of thing?
Yeah, that thing
Yeah.
that we found, and it kind of never.
Yeah.
It just
Did we
did.
give it to Austrian?
We did, yeah.
Sell it or something?
Well, we said, could he have a look at it and figure out what it... He was like, it's very powerful magic, but I don't really know what it does or what created it or anything.
Yeah.
In a tome called Herballet, a tome by Goblinkind on herbs and concoctions, there is reference to medicinal or fungi that match the what you said, those words that I can remember.
Runs two rooms that cause madness and no talkie.
Yeah.
And
As for a mask, those search parameters were not found.
Maybe something Fae related?
Maybe the mask was made out of fungi.
Maybe.
It was more
maybe
obsidian,
the mask
wasn't it?
was made out of stuff from the other side. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, the mask felt like you could see into a
thought
different
it was
realm.
metal. Wasn't it like you could see beings, but
Yeah.
like standing behind all of us, like kind
Yeah.
of shadows?
And there was that feeling that we all had of something looming, even though I was the only one that wore the mask.
Yeah.
As you say that, Kincaid, that feeling, you realise it's sort of been hovering around. You've sort of put it out of your mind with
Like almost got used to it.
getting used to your new body and all that, and you're just sort of like, oh yeah,
Well, I don't
That-
feel like I'm being
that looming presence, like something is right behind your head. You're like, oh, how have I blocked that out?
It's right there. I can feel it. Yeah, I'm doing these ones.
Sausage.
Lynx sausage.
The rest of you, you don't feel that anymore.
Side note, speaking of looming stuff, I am not attuned to the helmet anymore. So if people want to speak
Okay.
or scry, they are free to do so.
So you've taken off the effect of it.
Yeah, I still wear it, but I'm just not attuned to it because I wanted to attune to the shark cloak.
Oh, cool. Yep. Yeah.
When we mentioned the looming thing, did anything blip bloop in the archives?
Can you? There you go.
You did not ask me to search for that.
Can you drive? How do we drive the city?
Oh,
Define drive.
Like, is there a magic chair that you sit in and say, "City, go west," and it?
No.
What do you? Is there a button? Do you press? Do you do it? Do we say, "Can you take this? Can the city? How do we make the city move by magic? We know it flies around and stuff. Is it like a teleport?
The city is fixed in its position.
What?
what's this thing?
Now it's just fucking.
Last question was like 10 minutes ago again.
I've still not said I have done all my questions.
Yeah, that was only 30.
Yeah, Thornton said he wasn't going to
I already asked my question. Can you ask it? Some like looming figures on their backs or something.
You look over, Ronan is asleep on the ground, just like,
And then I just go,
or are you playing it nicely?
no, I'm...
Oh, okay. That sounds like a concertina. Tell me more.
It was found in the building next door and it's super magical. It was found in like the observatory room.
That would be the Reveler's concertina. The instrument used by the community to weave songstone into being.
Ooh.
Oh my god!
And how does the song get
Yeah.
weaved into being with that?
Tell me more.
That information is not stored here. No. You will have to speak with the songsmiths.
Where are the songsmiths?
I do not have information on that.
Oh.
Who are the songsmiths?
I do not have information on that.
And we were looking for a new product.
Is there any information on the songsmiths?
Songsmiths are those trained in the arcane arts. And they are trained to create and activate songstone.
Do you have any information on a being known as the Weaver?
Searching. The Weaver refers to a being of knowledge. More specifically, knowledge of the fates and the way that they weave together.
So the Weaver might be the seventh sister.
It's gone to Howling Peak.
100%.
Grandma, I'm coming.
Right, mommy?
With my grandmammy. Is there any info about like looming figures above shoulders that you can't quite see?
There is a tome on psychosis.
Here is the DSM-4.
I mean, that a pretty comprehensive DSM. All about the mind. Those
The
that
dragon was 100% serving the seventh sister.
Yeah, that makes total sense.
those that see figures, imagined or real, it's often a precursor to someone going mad.
That doesn't sound likely.
Doesn't sausage? No, it doesn't.
You're right, sausage. You do need more cheese.
By this point, this room just smells like.
Garlic burps.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
9 hours of garlic burps.
It has
Garlic
been
salami burps.
10 hours.
Yeah.
What about the Koya?
You all take a point of exhaustion.
Just for Ronan, what about the Koya?
The Koya, searching. Are you really asking about me? That's cool. What do you want to know?
About the Koya?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to know about my people?
He could probably tell us.
No, we're not talking to you.
No,
We're talking to Codex.
Ah! He just rolls back over.
No, you guys.
No, one created this confusion. This is your fault.
him.
Ronan, you might learn something about your people that you didn't know, mate.
Could be
Well, I'm-
literally anything.
I'm awake now, I guess. The Koya are a nomadic people within Glendoltha. That's all there is.
Too dumb to use metal weapons.
Hey, hey!
You like metal now, don't you, mate?
Shut up!
What's the silver shroud people? The silver tongue.
This silver spectre tongue.
Yeah,
The
you know what I
silver
mean.
tongue
Context, though.
spectre.
Next time.
Silver
The silver
shroud.
people.
silver spectre shroud tongue.
Ronan, what are they called again, mate?
Yeah, Ronan, what do I mean?
Hey, ChatGPT, what am I talking about?
Please phrase your breakdown as a question.
Not you, Ronan, other Ronan.
Oh, what? Why?
What's the silver
Ronan, if we
shroud? Something like that.
The silver shade?
Yeah.
that's what we said.
Yeah.
Lady Ronan, silver
Yeah.
shade.
Lady.
You ask the
Lady
Ronans
Ronan.
if you want to know anything, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks, Ronan. Ronan.
Can I go back to sleep?
Yes.
Go now.
Can I leave and go to sleep?
Yes.
Yeah, go next door.
Okay, bye.
Chair.
Just go to my place. Do you remember where it is? Yeah, cheers. You can sleep in the cot.
That's cute. Cute. Down the stairwell. Sorry, what was the last question?
The
The silver
shade.
shade.
Searching. The Silver Shade are a cult. Those that worship the Silver Shade believe in the tenets of beguiling and tricking. The end.
What about the Brotherhood of Ma? The Brotherhood of Ma and the other one?
Searching.
Blackbriars.
Yeah.
The Brotherhood of Ma have only one reference. They are, again, a cult set about bringing, quote, the end of the eternal song, end quote.
What about the Blackbriars?
Searching? Nothing found on Blackbriars.
Bless you.
Is there anything else we can think before?
What the fuck?
I mean, we can always come back to it.
What does this key unlock? I pull out the magic key that I've never used yet because I haven't found a lock for it.
Object unknown.
Well,
Does this look like a keyhole? Like a keyhole that could fit this?
I cannot see the object you are holding.
Oh, this is shit.
Shutting down. Any other questions you can think of?
No.
That's alright. I mean, you know where the city is.
And we've got a teleportation circle for it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything we needed to do in Ashara since we have a teleportation circle there before, or even in Stonebreak?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Just before we go on our little diving mission, because it probably might be one of those ones where we spend a little bit of time there.
Well, worst case scenario, we can dip back to Fortaare,
Yeah.
dive there again.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
But I don't think so. We do need
Wait,
to
what are
now
you
go
talking about
sleep for,
diving?
like,
Sorry?
we're gonna dive a Fortaare onto
Because
Howling
they
Peak.
said with the
Oh,
wingsuits, we could
yeah,
glide.
glide.
glide, yeah.
No, just dive off. For
Oh,
it.
okay.
Just
But I think we
End of campaign.
need to sleep for a bit at the moment.
Yeah.
Take a long rest.
Looks like the halflings have been getting rid of their bodies again.
I think we are finished up here now.
The old corpse
For
count.
today.
Yeah.
Yeah. For now, we're finished up here, so we'll probably just dip out.
Go and rest.
Good idea.
Thank you.
That's what I exist for.
Good night, Ronan.
Good night.
That was a scary good night.
Sleep well.
I'm
I
going
can
to
do
sleep
that.
outside.
So the tome snaps shut.
One more quit.
All of the books you've had to put back in the repository once you're finished with them. Any that you've damaged may be permanently damaged.
Damaged.
He just spilled some cheese on it.
Greasy.
It's a little dark.
Besides, they haven't read these books in 30 years. They don't care.
There's no one to care right
They don't
now.
exist in this reality anymore, so...
You all step out, and it's like twilight. It's almost morning. You're all sort of scratchy eyes, and you've had a massive day. It feels like Boshamoy.
Long rest?
I head back to my home and long rest.
I go sleep in the chair.
Yeah,
I go back into the salami cellar.
steady sleep.
I like it here.
Peacefully among the salami.
Salami. It's made a nest out of salamis.
It's like hollowed out a wheel of cheese and like a dog like walking around and
How did you hollow that out? Slowly.
slowly and deliciously.
I may be
So you
locked
sleep-
up for a few days. My insides are pickled.
You head home.
It's gone through like a spud gun.
Ronan's all curled up, just in one of the beds. Again, it's should be much colder, but it's actually kind of pleasant, and he seems content. The rest of you, are you sleeping in that chair?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, brother.
Long rest?
Long rest it. Where are you going, Varys? Where are you gonna sleep?
I'll just find some quiet hovel to just...
Some unoccupied house.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sure.
Nothing crazy.
Now, if you search in D&D Beyond for the Revelers Concertina, after your long rest, sir,
Little inventory.
and it is now the 11th, I believe.
Yep. It is the Costa, the 11th.
Oh, boys, I've had all this info just waiting for you. I'm glad you got to
I bet
the...
there is a lot that we forgot to ask questions about.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. But
Anything you want?
I'm glad you got to the bottom of some of those things. Got the red string out. I mean, you're going to have to do an update on that board, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh boy, are we.
Well, yeah, it's probably just going to add more quests to it, really. Not really cleaning anything up.
I had a note in here that was to add quest Spud's missing brother. I have no memory of
What?
Yeah, remember Spud's brother went missing across the bay. He went to a town across the bay and never came back. And we were like, yeah, if we go over there, we'll look into it.
We
They have
totally
gone
forgot.
over there twice now.
And we
Because
haven't looked into it.
Vannon died over the bay, so that
Yeah.
kind of distracted us, I think.
I mean, it's pretty low on the list. We're currently saving the world from
Yeah.
damnation.
Multi-planar, yeah.
If you've got his name, we'll message him.
Nope, don't even have a description.
Okay, we'll let Animal...
And you need to have
Animal
met
messenger him.
them.
Oh, shit.
Pig race.
Okay.
Nice. So,
Level
Did
up.
we already know why the Seventh Sister went rogue?
They didn't
No,
explain it. They
They
didn't.
just said that there was like a difference. Like, and we didn't. We had no idea. They just said, but we didn't know.
She wanted to procreate, the others didn't, so she left and procreated.
boy,
Because, I mean, as far as we know, well,
Well, she didn't
are the
leave with-
Trashraki tribe descendant of the other sisters? Do we know that? Or, because her name was literally blah, blah, blah,
Trashraki.
Trashraki. So maybe they all do procreate.
All right, everybody, back in the library.
Cotta de Chastraki.
Okay,
Well,
wingsuits on.
if she did that and then has set up shop at Howling Peak under the name of the Weaver, that dragon was asking for servants in a somewhat forceful and tyrannical sort of sense.
Yeah, very aggressive recruitment for the Weaver.
Before we jump
And
off,
now
do
we're
we
just going
want
to go over there willingly.
to just ask the Alice about his waning chains? And see if it was regarding the Feywild's, like, losing the chain to that plane, or if it is, like, he's holding back Shothragod or what.
I mean, you could try, but how?
Yeah,
We
but-
can teleport over
yeah,
there.
you got a
We can
teleportation
send-
sigil there now.
Yeah.
We got sending, which saves 50 gold of diamond dust,
All that.
which I don't even know if I have.
Oh, we've got, like, many gold's worth of diamonds right now. We can just
Yeah,
crush
but-
it up.
We have to dust them.
That's-
I don't have any at the moment.
I don't think I have it. I have just the big resurrection diamond. Try and split a bit off and risk destroying it.
Or
Yeah, risk then not being able to
now I've got 610 gold diamonds. Whoopsie.
Whoopsie.
I mean, how long does it take to cast? Because if we're in a bind on Howling Peak, like how long will it take for us to get
to cast? So it's 10 rounds.
Yeah.
It's not an escape plan
No.
that you'll ever
No,
enact.
Unless you like set it up beforehand.
Yeah. But still 10 rounds.
No, well, so if you set up beforehand, you have 6 seconds to use it.
Okay, all right.
You can't just hold it.
Yeah, so
So you
it's
have to all kind of ready.
it's a spell that just
It doesn't work like that.
does not work in combat really.
Yeah. Do we aim for the bushes?
Yeah, might as well.
You'll
Pursue it on.
awake.
The peak. So, Ronan, are you coming? Should we bring him to the dragon nest?
Oh, you
Yeah.
should stay here.
No, we'll bring Ronan.
You should stay here.
It's
We've got a revivified diamond.
Yeah.
it's
It'll
been
be
for us.
This is not a Ronan Revivified Diamond.
it'll be
This is a
good.
full employee only.
Yeah, true.
Interns don't get that benefit.
Well, we have.
You've already done that to me once.
No, someone else did it.
Oh,
We
well,
had to kill a man.
yeah.
Take a life for a life.
I know you saved me. I don't really want to go. That sounds pretty dangerous.
You don't wanna
stay
come to
here
the
and
mountain?
research with other Ronin. We keep messaging you things that we want you to
Or-
research for us.
We send you little animals that come and ask you questions.
And throw shit at you.
I miss animals.
Surely
Yeah, you
there are
probably don't
animals.
want to stay up in the sky.
Why
More
not?
of a ground man.
Do you want to stay in the sky? Do you want to research this place?
I don't
You
know.
want to fly back down to the
What
forest?
would
Do you want to come with us to Howling Peak?
If
I'm-
you could do anything, what would you do?
I'd probably go home, to be honest. Go see my parents in the forest. I miss
Well,
it.
Here's the flight suit. It went all that way. You could probably get most of the way there.
I mean, I don't.
I think we
Bad
said something
idea.
about bringing him back home.
We did say to
I think we made a
Elspeth.
promise on that one.
We'll
We
take
did
it.
say we'd keep him for maybe like 3 months tops. He was dead for like 2.
No,
So we've still
No, that
got-
was real
doesn't
time.
really count. We've
he
still
was
got
only
him
dead for
another
like
2
a
months.
week and a bit.
Yeah, in game, how long
It
has
was
he
like
been?
11
He was
days.
dead for a while.
No, but like in total, how long has he been out of the forest?
Maybe a month.
When did we
month
leave
and
him? It's been about a month since we
Yeah,
left.
it hasn't been that long in game.
Not that long at all.
It was before year. When was?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
It was when was year?
Either way, I wouldn't mind going home. I've
Weren't
learned
you-
a lot.
We're in Eucosis now. Yeardis was. Oh, it's been 3 months. 4 months.
Yes. Oh yes,
It's been 4 months. Wait, is it
4 months at least.
Yeardis, Nihilus?
Krelphus Eucosis. Yeah.
So this is like at least like 3-4 months.
We'll take him
Yeah, we should probably take
next
him home
time.
soon.
We go back to the Shara.
Or when nearby.
Oh, just come with us to Howling Peak. We'll take you back after.
I vote no against Ron dying in Howling Peak.
I feel like we could leave him here and pick him up on the way back. Take him home.
I
Maybe
mean,
we
do
just
you
say-
want to see the mountain?
I can see it. I can see it over there.
Yeah, but do you want to visit it or?
Yeah, I feel like he probably shouldn't.
We'll do whatever you want, mate.
Well, I want to go home, but
Would you be happy with staying here and we sort of say if if we don't come back in, I don't know, a week or something, then head home?
really,
Do you want to be the mayor of Fortaare?
not really.
It would be a terrible thing.
Do you want to be the mayor until we come back?
I can, if that's what you need. I guess. Like I have been learning from Maximus. He taught me a lot about cities, and
He's gonna rule the whole joint one day.
so I could do it if that's what you want. Up to you.
I mean, we should take him home soon.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Like, I can leave him here, and say like if we don't come back within a couple of weeks, so
He's just waiting until we come back. It's fine. He can he can have a look around and see if he can find anything for us
What if
before
we
we
have?
get back.
What if we have to like? What if we get sucked into another dimension or enslaved there or something and spend ages there, and then he's just chilling for no reason?
Then
Or-
he would have been the longest serving mayor in 4D history.
forget.
We won't forget.
By the way, Eyes, did you look at the Reveler's Concertina?
I did.
What does it do?
It once again takes another attunement slot, so I will have to decide. But it is while attuned and holding it, I gain +2 to saving throws of bard spells.
Cool.
So
And-
your DC, your bard DC.
Save
goes up.
DC
That's
of
pretty
his
huge.
bard spells.
And I can once per day cast Otto's Irresistible Dance,
That's pretty good. That's pretty strong.
which is like the no save dance, I'm
Yep.
pretty sure.
Yeah, no save on the first turn. They
And
just dance.
it would take my save DC up to 19.
It's quite
Yeah,
good.
that's
Which would be pretty good. So I'm
What have you
thinking
got? What do you got attuned at the moment?
at the moment I am attuned to sword, gloves, swamp shark. So I'm
I
wondering,
do have a spare attunement slot.
do I unattune from the short sword and go for like just less frontliney stuff?
Wait, what are the gloves that you had?
They're the
Twiddly con and
Con, poison.
con, and if you're using a light weapon.
I would say if you unattune to the sword, you'll just lose the effect of advantage when you're holding it. Like it's
Yeah.
still a +1 sword.
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah,
it'd still be a
take that.
+1 sword.
Yeah, I'll take that. So yeah, over our long rest, I would have
Yep.
changed that attune.
Yeah. Just so you know, Stephen, it's a attunement by a bard.
Oh, right.
That Constantine.
No, I meant like if he's got any other item
righto.
that he's got an attune from, like if it's not something specific to him, then
Makes sense.
yeah.
So,
yeah.
Fine.
Ready to wingsuit to Howling Peak whenever we're ready.
Let's go.
So I was just having a flick through to see if there's anything like obvious that we're not asking, but I can't really find. And yeah, I mean,
We can leave
For-
notes
for
if we need to
Ryan.
come back. We can
Yeah.
teleport here whenever we want. We've got the teleportation circle that Ricky found.
but we need the diamond dust that we don't have to teleport.
Maybe we can ask
about the roads.
T bridges if they have any.
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking. Would it be worth going and chatting to was it Maria and the other one to be like, do you have any spare arcane
Diamond dust.
components?
Yeah.
Diamond, well, I mean, yeah, diamond dust or just anything really.
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah.
We'll axe them.
Hi.
What do I need?
Hello. Do you have any spare magical components for spells and things that we could purchase off you?
Sure.
Wait, didn't we get a shitload of diamonds from the statue that crumbled?
That was gold.
Yeah, gold.
Yeah, but there were gems
Gold
and stuff
gems.
as well.
We got gems. I don't know.
Yeah,
Are there
I
diamonds
need
in the gem?
rare chalks and inks infused with precious gems worth 50 gold.
Well, we got plenty of those kinds of gems. but-
Yeah, but like
has
the
to be
chalks and
diamonds
inks
specifically.
and no,
Yeah.
it just says rare precious gems.
We've got precious gems.
Yeah, you got plenty of precious gems.
Yeah, but it's just whether we can infuse them into rare chalks and inks, or I need to buy already pre-infused.
I could sell you maybe one spell's worth. That's
I'll
all
take
from
it.
my own personal.
Did you already have a spell's worth of inks and chalks
I've
already?
got none. No, because I used it.
I'll have to resupply, but I don't use it that often.
Thank you very
What
much.
ink do you need?
Magical ink infused with
Yeah, it needs to be
50 gold
specially
of
made.
gems. Yeah.
What about
Right, so I've got one use.
any diamonds?
Just diamonds.
Diamonds or diamond dust worth lots of money.
Not on me, no. Sorry.
What about? Aha. What about a gilded flower worth at least 300 gold?
No, sorry.
What about
Are they all exceptionally rare?
a feather and a tuft of fur and the tail of a fish inside a gilded acorn worth at least 200 gold? Do you have one of them for sale?
Strange.
Look, I know to make the rules. Druid spells have weird components.
Just a lot of golden nuts.
Oh, that's what you want. I thought you were selling that. I was like, when did you get
I'll
that?
sell you a feather and
A bit of
Stuff inside a gilded acorn.
Yeah, I was like,
200 gold.
I missed when you.
Final offer.
just while you guys are on night shift. Kincaid's just getting random shit.
He been crafted.
He's got the hot glue gun out.
He's made a little diorama as well. Sorry, you might need to go to a trade town and
What
I'm
about
spell components.
diamond dust? Any amount of diamond dust.
I've got probably 20 gold's worth of diamonds.
Would you sell it? So if we bought it for 400 gold, because it just says it's worth it. I need diamond dust worth 400 gold, and if I pay 400 gold for it, that means it's worth 400.
That is very true. Mate, when the economy changes, I mean, doesn't the value of...
Spellcasting meet economics.
Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
The laws of magic.
No, to yourself. This is not a real check.
7.
5.
That's just saying that you're like,
I mean, to be fair, it makes sense, because with the economy changing, so does the value of diamonds.
What about a gold inlaid vial with air and a pebble and some ash and some water inside it, and it has to be worth 400 gold?
I'm very sorry.
Hell are your components?
Very sorry to tell you, I'm not a druid. All of these strange components I would not have. I'm sorry. I've got some like minor
Ooh,
inks
what about
and
an agate worth 1,000 gold?
whoa.
Ooh. For awaken?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that
I
one.
want a pot plant that follows me around.
You could do like a whole tree and
No,
you want
pot
to
plant.
Want to spend 1,000 gold on
A little cacti.
It's like Find Familiar, but worse.
Yeah.
In every way.
but very flammable.
No, 1,000 gold. No, I'm not a goods store. I have stuff that I use for me, but
What about the paper funnel?
With like 100 gold stuffed into an acorn.
No, just that.
a paper funnel.
No, that's alright, I can do that one.
I feel like we could make that.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
What about...
No, we're just going to. No, I don't do.
I don't know.
I don't have any druid components.
What about...
I'm a wizard.
What about a focus, like a crystal ball or a silver mirror?
Now you're talking.
Or,
Go on.
Or a font of holy water, and it is worth at least 1,000 gold.
And is inside a dead squirrel.
Encased in roadkill. And twigs.
My spellcasting focus would be worth that.
Well.
It's a crystal ball. I will be without a focus.
You have one. And we have...
1,000 gold?
A crystal ball worth 1,000 gold.
Yes, it's the
Do you need
focus
that
of.
for a spell?
Yes.
Crystal ball
Yes.
worth 1,000.
Yes.
What the
hell
Crystal ball
A spell called...
worth.
A spell called... Shit.
Layman's
Sounds like a really bad spell.
No. It's a
Layman's
spell
tiny shit.
called Scrying.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Wait,
Haven't we been using
You've
that?
been using
We
Scrying
become the
before.
CIA.
No, not scrying.
Oh, we've been
Scrying's like the
using
top end of...
clairvoyance
I've been
or
using
whatever.
clairvoyance.
Ah.
I've been using clairvoyance is like the kilometer. So scrying is like 5th level, takes me 10 minutes to cast.
Name
You
and
can
name.
see in here a particular creature you choose.
Yep.
Target must make a wisdom save modified by how well you know of the target. On a successful
you could do like
save,
chocolate
Can you
crunching.
if the target knows
Oh
it,
my god,
it
we
can-
need this ball.
and if the target knows you're casting the spell, it can fail the save voluntarily. If it's
Yeah.
like, you can observe.
You can spar me.
Exactly.
I'm undressing.
You, like, because you already have, like, the eyes with 500 gold, isn't it? That you've got at the moment. Can you modify that, like, with an extra, like, 500 gold or something?
Let's speed this up. Are
Yeah.
you paying 1,000 gold for a crystal ball?
I'm just checking how much money because
Okay.
I don't even know if we. Oh no, we've got.
Since we just like
1,600.
saved your town from a dragon attack, can you give us a discount?
Why don't you trade
No.
the eye for it?
It's very important for me, but if you really need it, I can buy another with 1,000
Not
gold.
really need, but want.
Well, if you want it,
What if we trade you
Well,
this
we've got-
special eye and...
We've got 1,600 gold.
I'd
We'd
get
be
it.
happy with Kincaid spending a grand.
That's a
just-
game changer.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I reckon get it. Well, it's
Yeah.
not like the crystal ball gets consumed by the spell. Like, we just have access to
Yeah.
it forever.
Let me double check that, but I think that's
Yeah,
right.
if it
Very
does,
certain
I
it
will.
does not consume the thing. I'm
Cost
fairly certain it
a
does.
grand per
Yeah,
use.
for a big
Yeah.
spell, that would be unheard.
Yeah.
The other one is I can also just choose a location I've seen before.
Hell yeah.
Only thing.
Yeah, I think that's going to be really.
Only thing then is it doesn't move. Where it's like if I chose Alf and Alf voluntarily failed, he could just like the sensor would just follow him around.
Right.
Yeah, we just. Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like you don't even have to have met them. You can choose Shoth, and if they're alive, we will know if they fail the whiz save.
Well,
Or
they're not
Korea,
protected
or
by
Christian, or
Is it
It's your coach.
all
Yeah.
sorts of
That's the 11.
anti-spy spells.
worth a try.
Oh, definitely.
So you're
Because of the elect.
paying her a thou?
Well, can we negotiate it down?
I tried.
No.
What if
Even
you?
roll persuasion.
Do you still need that eye with the rubies in it?
I need 1,000 gold to purchase another. This is not something I part with lightly. I need exactly what it costs.
Because if you trade that, if it's worth 500 gold plus 500 gold, she could sell it and get another one. If it is worth that much, anyway.
Yeah, would you do that?
Is it worth 500 gold?
Yeah, maybe.
I think
Then-
it is, wasn't it?
Then no.
I have to
Or it
double
was
check.
worth
I have to
100
double check.
I'll take 1,000 gold, thank you.
Yeah, just pay her 1,000 because I'm pretty sure they were worth 100.
Yeah, I think they would. That's what I was going to check.
Yeah, it's 500 gold.
Did you lose it when you created your new character?
Yes. Anyway, we pay her 1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pay 1,000.
And then we
Begrudgingly, she parts with it and hands it over. You now have 1,000 gold crystal
I
ball.
knock her out. No.
Steal 1,000 gold back.
We knock her out.
wait till she's urinating.
So, the Needlebark guarantee.
I mean, 1,000. We just handed over 1,000 gold. I could change her memory.
You
I'm
could.
just saying.
You could.
Do I, guys?
I don't know. Do we know how powerful a wizard she is? Because if she's a lot stronger than us
She has
and we get this
1,000.
wrong,
Hey, she predicted that our challenge would be a dragon, you know?
She has 1,000
okay, so
gold.
that came true.
Focus.
So
I'd say she's pretty strong.
And also, we kind of need it to be on her good side.
Yeah,
you
it
won't know
can
if
be
we
if I
need
successfully
another-
modify her memory.
Successfully.
I'm standing right here. Are you Shh. Big people are talking.
Talking about you, not to you.
Well, maybe.
You heard of privacy? It's my house.
Yeah, you're standing in her chamber.
Okay, let's go leap off the side of this big rock.
See, we didn't. We're good people.
Yes.
Yes, totally.
Wait, but she doesn't have a focus, so she cannot cast spells at the moment.
Yet.
Okay, lady, look into my eyes.
Oh, no.
I'm not looking at anything.
Hear me out. I know she's a very powerful spellcaster.
really want
You
to.
judge, she
I
just
don't
sold us her
really-
spellcasting focus.
I really want.
Ricky is turning full chaotic.
I'm doing it. I'm describing to her for the next minute about how she misplaced her crystal ball and was trying to recruit us to help her.
Okay,
look
is there a
for it.
save?
Yeah, wisdom.
Okay.
19.
Ooh. Yeah, with the new.
It was 20 gold, 20 gold.
No, I'm saying she lost it.
Oh,
Hide
yeah.
it. Put it in your
You
shell.
lost it. Hey, I lost it. No.
Put it in your shell, Kincaid.
Oh, it's full of sausage.
So,
Give me, I'll grab some of
I'll put it in my
19
backpack.
wisdom.
By the way, she's still holding our 1,000 gold.
No, just grab it back off her.
I don't know how
No,
this
she's-
spell works, dude. Like,
Okay, I am describing over the next minute. She lost her crystal ball, is paying us 1,000 gold to look for it in our travels.
And she saves
That's
at
why
the
she.
start?
That's why she is holding.
No, she's paying us 2,000
No, I just
gold,
describe it to her,
1,000
and then
up front.
She saves to see if that changes her memory. What I've just said.
1,000 of the gold she's paying us is up front.
Yeah.
So she's got
to
a
find it.
+3 to whiz. Saves.
Silver bucks.
not even remotely surprised.
Silver bucks.
Oh, what a waste of a nat 20.
Was it though?
Was it though?
Come on, baby.
Oh. Good barbs.
So, what does she remember?
So she remembers that we have just had a conversation where she has misplaced her crystal ball. She thinks something happened when the city changed. She's paying us 1,000 gold to look for it because it is very dear and important to her.
Gotcha.
And that's why she is holding the sack.
Holding
of
a sack of
1,000
1,000 gold.
Okay. No worries.
Thank you. We will find that for you and return it.
I
As soon as we
appreciate
find
it. It's very important to me.
Cool. All right.
we're off to
We'll see you around.
Howling Peak.
Okay, enjoy.
So it was 1,000 up front and 1,000 when we find it for you?
That's not what I said.
What
I'll pay you 1,000 gold.
1,000.
Ah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay,
cool. Time to
thank
go.
you.
Well,
You're all very kind.
Whilst
Ricky walks out, pops his collar.
And whilst we're gone,
Oh my
can
god,
you-
oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
whilst we're gone, yeah, as we spoke about yesterday, just have a squiz around all the new stuff that's popped up and see
Of course.
we can find. Yeah, thanks.
Don't shit.
Clench. As you walk out of there, Ronan's just like, guys, what the hell?
Ronan,
That was
don't make me take your memory. Just keep
Ricky's
walking.
the fucking BBEG. now.
Modifying
Yeah, you're
memory is
right,
a hell of a drug.
you're right, Ronan. That'd be terrible if you. That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible if you completely forgot everything that you just saw.
If all it took was talking to me for a minute.
I just put my hand on Ronan's shoulder. We're all shit scared of him doing this to us. Don't say anything.
Don't piss him off. We need him on our side.
He might convince you're like a woman or something. Like,
this.
Wake up tomorrow and you think that you're a pig farmer from Stonebreak.
Guys, this really makes me want to go home. I'm not gonna
It
lie.
makes me want to go home too, mate, and I fucking hated my
Ricky's just like, ooh, power.
Modifying memory is a hell of a drug.
We all want to go home.
So
he won't let us. He keeps changing my memory.
I don't know what's real.
I used to be taller. Green.
I've written on my arm, watch Memento. I don't know what that means.
That's what I play.
We're all slaves to his power now, mate. When he got the Don John laser stuck in his head and we can't escape it now.
He's changed.
He disappeared. He acted too well in the other night. He disappeared into the
He's
role.
convinced himself.
Murder,
Walter White
stab,
begin and-
murder.
He's speaking
Walter White
fluent
ended.
drow now, too.
This is why you never method act, mate.
Oh, good lord, that's great. That's gold. That's 1,000 gold right there.
Yeah, I like that. I've just got like expenses 1,000, income 1,000.
All tallied out. Jobs.
I hope it's like income 1,000, buying crystal ball.
Yeah.
Expenses 1,000, buying crystal ball. Income 1,000, looking for lost crystal.
See, the funny thing is, she absolutely would have cast Counterspell if she had a focus.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, wait, she just handed over the.
Honestly, it was a hard no until when you pointed that out, I was like, oh no.
Oh, but
That's a real tempting point
That's
you're
the thing,
making.
well, it's also because she goes, no, this is my only arcane focus.
Yeah, and
I
like,
need
I was
this.
I will need
Like,
to buy another one. I was like,
That's interesting
You
information.
shouldn't share that with people. You shouldn't say that.
hey, people that she trusts.
oh,
I
I feel
mean,
so dirty.
You did it.
So you should.
Did it. You are.
That's capitalism, mate.
hey, that's
That is
D&D.
capitalism.
Feel free.
That's theft.
Varys has no problem murdering children,
That's
but
a whole other
that is the
thing.
line.
Just theft. Like,
That is capitalism.
No. He's doing that thing.
Bard College lesson on capitalism.
He's doing that thing. That is capitalism. Oh no, he's gotten to Varys. I don't know who to trust anymore. Well, yeah, don't worry.
Wingsuits Howling Peak. Let's go.
Yeah, wingsuits.
Get the fuck out.
So you equip the braces and getting ready. The slope of Howling Peak is lost in cloud. It seems to be permanently in cloud. It's higher than you, but the part that you can see is in the snow. And
Do we have warm clothes?
Yeah.
you sort of step up to the edge.
We got the shark cloaks.
Ah, you're right. We're fine.
Yeah, it's totally warm.
Salami.
Yeah.
And it's
Insulated. All up the
walking
walls.
bonfire.
yeah.
Yes. We produce flame. My whole arm is just...
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Just hang around the arm and you'll be fine.
And then you summon your little fire dude as well, and it's like, oh god,
Yeah.
we're easy.
So is Ronan going with you?
I vote no.
I think he stays here.
Oh, but he's got a conscience. He might tell her about...
Ooh, that'd be real bad. Well, now we
Ronan,
fucking
go
have to
have
bring
a,
him.
Ronan, go have a talk with Uncle Ricky.
Yeah, that might be what's best.
Ronan,
No, I don't want to. I know what he does.
don't say it in front of him, mate.
That's weird. No, not that stuff.
Ronan, go ahead and walk.
It's not the beard stuff.
Well, Ronan,
Fill in with your own imagination what that means.
it's up to you, mate. You either come with us and see the seventh sister at the top of the Howling Peak, or you wait and then we go home, or you wait here, we do whatever there, come back, and then we take you home. Either way, we'll take you home like you want.
Okay.
So if you want to go on one last adventure with us, it's up to you, mate.
You might even survive.
I think you'll survive.
when you put
the first one. Oh, wait.
when you put it like that,
Yeah, I like Pinchy's bicep. You've got a bit stronger, mate. I can tell.
We're a lot stronger. We'll be
You-
able to protect you.
And you're pretty hefty with the bow and arrow. You can stick back and.
Stay very far. I think just hide.
okay.
Yeah.
I'd always.
I'll come.
We fight best when we're not worrying about you being murdered. So the most helpful thing you can do is not actually shoot the bad guys. It is hide somewhere very strong and safe.
Or you can do what Varus does and ping, hide, ping, hide, ping, hide.
I think just hide, no ping.
I don't know. He's I don't even know what he is. He's a
He's
ranger,
kind of a ranger, isn't he?
fighter, or a
Semi-ranger.
medium armor or something now, isn't he?
I don't remember.
Anyway.
I guess I'll come with you. I'll
Cool.
just try and stay back.
Alright.
Yeah, alright.
Give him some braces.
We'll work on it.
So you all step up to the edge of this disc and you look down, and 500 meters straight down to the ground below, you get that vertigo sense of just like, ooh.
I'm about to marinate that so long.
Alright,
Right.
boys.
Ronan's very pale.
Right there with you, big fella.
Remember, boys,
I don't
aim
like
for the
that.
bushes.
Okay,
Would you prefer I can like... No, actually I don't want to waste the spell slot, never mind.
sure. Okay,
Let's just take a big
Count
one
us
up and
down.
No, I was just gonna. Yeah, no, it's probably fine. Should we tie him to one of us?
like you all trained, like practiced yesterday on how to use it.
Jumping off buildings.
We can all use it.
We can say over the...
We go through a little hour lesson with him.
Yep, that's fine. He feels semi-confident.
Let's go!
Yeah, let's go.
Okay,
Then runs and jumps.
everybody. Ha!
Oh my god, I forgot to put mine on.
And it's very calm. As soon as you get out of the protective bubble of Fortaare, an absolute gale is blowing.
It's like that gif of Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you're all sort of
Skydivers.
flying straight into it.
I've got goggles I can see. Fine.
And you've got a mask.
If
Your
I-
your eyes
I've
be
got
protected.
If I turn around, it'll just hit the back of my head.
Yep. Because remembering it is mentally controlled, so it's not like the way you're facing is where you
Yeah.
go. So you sort of turn your face away from the blasting, sleety sort of wind blowing into your faces, and you all just glide. You turn as you're sort of facing back, and you see the disc of Fortaare slowly receding. Now the mountain is maybe 10, 15 k's away. It's quite big. And you fly through the sky. We'll put some. No, that's not quite right.
There goes my hero. Thurin decides to water the plants as he's flying.
Is that on purpose or accidental?
On purpose. It's a 10k fly. It needs to be.
Fertilizes them.
Yeah, a sprinkling rain
Turn
to
around,
those below.
coming out of this orange sack.
Yeah, I'm just pants down around the ankles, like, when you gotta go. It's a long glide.
Nothing makes you want to crap more than looking
Ricky,
down.
like, got his pants at his ankles and he's tucked his chainmail up here.
Yeah, he's got the beard wrapped around his head, and he's just like.
There's a lot involved for you, isn't there?
It's a process.
There are steps.
And you glide. It takes you probably... You travel relatively quick when you're descending and traveling as fast as you can. Takes you probably half an hour, maybe, of flying into this headwind, and eventually you're getting close enough to see the side of the mountain. So you look for sort of a level-ish or anywhere that you can land that's not sheer. And can I get just a group perception check?
2.
That's a 4.
Oh, goody.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Hey.
I'm also facing away.
Also dirty 20.
Yeah. Oh, nice. All right. It's kind of hard since you can't go up anymore. Like, you can't regain height. So you're constantly going down. So you need to scan sort of lower than where you were. And you find a sort of drift of snow to crash land into. It's not as smooth as it was up top because you're battling the environment at the same time. But you do... And it's quite a deep drift. Ricky sort of just... Kincaid, this little hollow... a little meteorite. You guys would be fine. Ronan would also be because he's tall enough. You're sort of waist deep in a drift. I've never been that afraid in my life.
Oh, get it all out, mate. Get it all out.
Just wait till you see a dragon.
Wait till a bear shits in your pants.
That's an experience you won't forget. He says, muffled in the so you would have to
A
help.
couple of minutes later, you just see like a vine just like out of the like, and I thorn whip myself out.
It's so cold.
Yeah. Poor Charmander. I just picture you as Charmander now.
He really is. Charmander with a Squirtle shell.
So,
Sure.
Up.
Have we thought about... Okay,
We did
we
not
got the
really.
dragon place. Why?
We're looking
To see Grammar and Phaedra.
Seventh
Phaedra.
sister is here.
Grammar and Phaedra are here.
No, I know that the seventh sister is here.
the dragon.
Why do we care?
Well, we more care because we made a promise to a dragon.
The Phaedra part, that I understand. Are we just curious about the sister? And
I mean, we're curious about
Hope you can
her.
tell us more about
Maybe
She might also be a bit more free with her information that she gives out, so we can find a bit more out. We can use her.
maybe it's
thing.
like since she's split from the other sisters, your kind of once per life token can be used at both.
Yeah.
A second chance.
Maybe I can find out what these keys for,
Okay,
or
follow
who
up.
Wally was.
I like all of that. Follow-up question. Okay, picture this. I'm an air dragon. I go to the city to attack it the way I do every day. But instead I get the shit kicked out of me by 4 randoms. Now I'm back here telling all my dragon pals, wow, there's these sucky guys. Oh look, hey they are. There they are.
as you're all standing in this blizzard of wind and snow,
Plan.
We
having
say,
to yell above it.
Hey, we changed our mind about chatting to the Weaver.
We've come to speak to the Weaver.
We brought a hostage. Pointing at Ronan.
sacrifice. I mean,
You guys suck.
emergency rations.
Is this how it always is?
Oh, they're just playing around, mate. Don't worry.
I don't know. They look
Except for
pretty
him,
serious.
He's usually serious. This one, I don't know what's going on with him. He's just
He's changed.
He's embraced the power of capitalism.
death.
I told you that was just theft.
You didn't see anything.
When the marketing executive gets Professor X powers.
Near-death experience can change a man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, death also does.
And I think
hear.
also we've been looking into all these. It just feels like we are trying to stop 8 different things that are about to end the world, and so it's kind of like,
And no one else is bloody helping us.
yeah,
You've got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
you know what?
Sometimes you
want a
have to
damn omelet.
mentally, mind control a few people to save the multiverse.
Gotta
Just
crack
standing there like-
Scoop's turtle.
to save the multiverse.
Can we do something? It's
Well, yeah.
quite cold out here.
Gotta say, can we use the disguise kit
Like flame
to,
up
like,
a porch.
Wind a bunch of sticks and bullshit and blah blah blah, or effectively make some form of a ghillie suit sort of thing to protect against being spotted aerially.
So what you're saying is turn everyone into a snowman.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, I get you.
Obviously,
Do you
generally
want to
smear
build a
on
snowman?
no on that sort of stuff.
Oh, no.
So, like,
I can-
sticks and
Nice.
and whatever, just so predator eyes from above may not be quite so easy to spot it.
And maybe because you and Ronan are so stealthy, you guys do that, and I can make us three invisible.
Or
For
here,
an hour.
so it's all snowy, right?
Yes.
Shield, snow.
Oh, that'll work. That honestly would work pretty well.
The wind,
Carry now the mirror stick.
nice and shiny.
Absolute beacon.
There's a dragon flying above and the light is like...
My eye crashes into a mountain. It's like, oh my god, did we just cause an international incident?
was that smushed dragon there a minute ago?
I'm for harvest.
Well,
Alright.
But, yeah, well...
Maybe we
the
can
only
just like
thing
turn the
that is-
swamp shark cloaks into like, you can just make them white like snow.
I'll just think it's for swamp sharks.
Swamp.
Swamp sharks. Shawarma sharks.
We don't need to be disguised. They won't know it's us. I just think it's for
Well,
swamp
while
sharks.
this is going on, I'm going to do me at least.
I can be a
What is that?
pig or something.
yeah, true. You can be an animal. Third,
Okay.
come here.
15-ish.
I make me and Third invisible.
We got
I'm
Ronan.
small.
He's
You've
just gonna be
got
invisible and he's gonna go.
Yeah, Ronan is like stealthy nature, dude. He can
Okay, so we use the same.
he can
We use the
really shoot with
15 on
arrows,
Ronan
yeah.
as well.
wear
And we're
invis.
invisible.
You're in Viz. What are you doing?
No, man.
Can you just like turn into an animal like sort of?
This little red pulsating glow walking around in the snow.
No. I'll cast Path Without Trace.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh,
why did we do all of this?
cool. Cool.
Anyway,
All right, so semi, well, invisible, and you've done a fair bit. So you start hiking. You start hiking up.
Should I cast Path Without Trace?
Yeah,
I
probably.
think so. I think it's probably not a terrible idea. It's
Well,
like
it's
1
plus
hour or
10
8
to
hours
stealth.
or
It
Can
Plus
you
10 to
say
stealth.
ritual it?
1 hour.
No.
No.
And
that's
because we're
concentration.
invisible,
Still worth it.
we just get flat
Ashes
rolls.
from-
We
a
get
burn
flat
to-
rolls because of
Plus
our
10,
armor.
yeah.
Plus 10.
You guys wear armor.
So you've cast Pass Without Trace.
Yep.
Beautiful. Just make note of it somewhere.
Also, it means that we don't leave any tracks in the snow.
Yep.
That's
Which is
good.
very useful.
Indeedy.
And so you hike for maybe an hour, just sort of picking a path up. You get into sort of the cloud cover, and the sound of roaring, of shrieking, of howling, given the name of this place, you begin to hear it on the edge of your hearing. And as you head further up, it gets louder.
This peak
Well,
is
if it
howling,
is,
boys.
if it is an hour, those spells would wear off.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's an hour of Pass Without Trace.
And an hour of invis.
At about the end of lay hour, we'll say you're still in Viz, you're still stealth, but you're right at the tail end of it. You see a structure looming, nestled in the mountain edge. It's quite close to what you would assume is the peak, you're not entirely sure. But it's massive. This thing is multi-tiered, maybe 5 or 6 stories. And there is a brief second, maybe a couple of seconds of sheer panic. A gargantuan dragon sits atop this monolithic structure, wings spread wide. It essentially is maybe half the size of this 6-storied structure, and its wings sit unmoving in the air.
What colour's the dragon?
Make a perception check.
11.
13.
13. 7.
It's quite hard to make out in the blitzing snow that's blasted into your face, in the wind that is absolutely whipping around you. Can't quite tell color-wise. But
Wait, that would have been a 17.
okay, 17. A grey?
Can't tell if it's stone or not.
May or may not be stealthy.
Yeah. As you're using the last of your invisibility and Pass Without Trace, you sort of sit there and it doesn't appear to move. So you give it enough time. As your stuff expires, you're sort of like, no, I don't think it I don't think it's real.
So it could be a statue on the top.
It seems that way.
Yes.
Is this thing like a pagoda? Sorry.
No, there's a massive
Or just
structure.
Okay.
Like a 6-story,
Yeah.
huge ass temple-y thing.
Yep.
Are there
Wi-
any animals around?
On your
Moths
perception check?
scurrying around?
Oh no, not nearby in the deep
Birds.
snow and everything.
I don't see a snow hare.
On your 17, you would see flying creatures, winged serpentine-looking creatures.
Looks like the wyverns.
Wyverns.
As you begin walking, you see it's much bigger than a wyvern lift off into the air
Okay,
and begin flying away.
cool. It's dragons. Plural.
So do we go into the temple?
Well, I think we go into the temple.
We're here on a pilgrimage.
People make pilgrimages
Yeah.
to pray here, so
We're here on a pilgrimage.
Okay, but ground rules first. Nobody says anything fucking stupid to a dragon. And I want a verbal agreement.
Why is everybody looking at me?
No, fuck that. I want this in a contract.
I'll write my own contract. It says Kid K does what he wants.
All the time. When the dragon eats you, I'm going to talk about your contract.
Hey, we had an
the
agreement.
dragon just like burps out the contract.
Do you think I should get rid of all these sausages?
I mean,
I'm worried about walking into the dragon's
serve
temple.
as an offering.
They have like
What if they think I'm the offering?
Right.
Take them out of
I'm
the
just such a little...
Ronan's sort of standing there. Guys, they look quite big.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just a
We're
statue.
a fair. No, the other things flying around.
All sausages.
Yeah, the dragons.
No, they're not.
yeah.
You're like, wait, let me put on my spectacles.
Oh!
Let's
No,
maybe
wait.
let's enter the temple.
Let's
maybe
dip inside.
Yeah.
Are you sure you want me
Yeah.
with you?
I mean, you're not going back by yourself now, mate.
Yeah, you can't suck here now until we teleport
Would it
out.
be worth...
You are kind of stuck with us.
Can't I use this thing and just jump off the mountain and fly back?
I think they'll.
I don't like this anymore.
You
This,
They'll see you as a bit of snack that you can eat up as you're floating away slowly, mate.
okay. You can see his courage is teetering off the edge.
You got it.
I want to ritual cast this spell just before we do anything else.
Okay.
Just give me a minute, or 10, or 11. Well, it's a minute.
As you sit there in the freezing snow, you're just like,
I'm going to ritual cast Commune with Nature. So it's you briefly become one with nature and gain knowledge of the
that on
surrounding
my
terrain.
tablet.
In the outdoors, the spell gives you knowledge of the land within 3 miles of you. You instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects as they relate to the area of the 3 meters: terrain and bodies of water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or people, powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, influence from other planes of existence and buildings. So I was going to do, I don't think we care about terrain and bodies of water. I don't particularly care about the prevalent plants, minerals, animals, or peoples. So I was going to do, are there any, can I sense within 3 miles,
Okay.
any powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead?
Yes.
Influence, what, it says?
Does it tell you which one?
It says, you instantly gain knowledge of up to 3 facts of your choice about any of the following subjects. So, for example, you could determine the location of powerful undead in the area, the location of major sources of safe drinking water, and the location of any nearby towns.
Okay.
That's
What would you like
just
to know?
examples. Probably powerful celestials, fae, fiends, elementals, or undead, locations.
Okay. Fairly high up in the rear of the temple.
And what was it? Out of
Fae.
powerful fae in temple. Cool.
You said in the rear of the temple, higher.
Yep.
Influence from any other planes of existence, and I guess what ones, if so?
What do you mean influence?
That's what it says. Influence from other planes of existence. So I guess that'd be like
The bleeding, maybe.
Yeah, is there power from the Shadowfell, the
There
plane
is.
of wild, the
There is
plane of water?
influence from the elemental plane of air here,
Okay, well, that makes
giving you
some amount of sense.
Howling Peak.
some insight into the constant wind that is blasting away at you.
there. And are there any other buildings?
No,
Just this, literally just this one?
it is quite large.
I'm hoping we could find...
A
I'm
little
hoping we
janitor's
could find
shack.
a little, like a little cave or something that we could like just go into and do a bit of planning and stuff rather than just freezing our nuts off.
We don't have tiny
the
hut
snow.
or anything, or
So-
electric, or...
While you've all been standing, waiting for his ritual to cast.
For that.
I'm still disguised.
Yes.
We're still invisible.
Yeah.
And Ryan's still
Well,
disguised.
it's just expiring.
Your invisibility.
Towards the end.
Yeah, your invisibility would have expired during this
During
10-minute wait, and your pass without trace would end. A voice speaks out of the snow around you. Are you here for pilgrimage?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a voice from a drift next to you. You're all just sort of like, holy crap.
I quickly kick over whatever Kincaid was ritually scrying, and that's Richard says snow all over it.
Primordial.
Puts him in the chest. Yes, we're here for the pilgrimage.
Snowball in the face.
Top up a bit of sausage.
Ooh,
10-second rule.
Well then,
just come by up here.
follow me. Come up. It's cold out here.
Yes.
It's so cold.
It is a female, half elven.
Half elf.
She seems to be rugged up against the wind and snow.
Yeah, super. The 10 on inside.
Yeah, I trust you implicitly.
Yep.
So,
Good.
I'm a pilgrim. That's what I'm here for.
She
Age of Dragons.
she sort of
dragon.
Dude,
Varys is just like, oh man.
no, it's not that. We're in the snow tops. I'm expecting a huge white dragon, and then Ricky to just go, "What power?"
White dragon power. So you follow this figure up. There's a large staircase leading up into the first sort of level of this place. And you step into the chamber, and she like shakes all the snow that's drifted onto her, takes her hood down and lets her hair out. Whew, you've picked quite a day for your pilgrimage. The winds are high.
Yeah.
It's not always like this.
Not every day, but it's where we are.
All right.
Welcome.
What's your name, sorry?
I'm Faye, and you?
Faye with an
And you? Does he speak common? I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay,
Takiri.
Takiri,
and this is
Ricky.
Ricky. Lovely to meet you all.
indeed.
So how did you hear about Wormrest?
Just in our travels, I think.
Yeah, just through the grapevine. Hear
Yeah.
about that pilgrimage up Fortaare.
I think we spoke to
Just
some
up the
people.
mountain past Fortaare, yeah. Tibra just talked about it.
Yeah, spoke to some people that knew someone who made the pilgrimage and
Yeah.
said it was just something you couldn't miss in a lifetime.
Oh, lovely. Well, we welcome all travellers. Are you intending to stay the night, or is this a sort of day trip, or what's your plan?
Likely to stay the night.
Yeah, stay the night.
Yes to which?
Stay the night.
Stay the night.
Sure. Okay, I'll find you some quarters.
Breakfast around lodgings, if you would.
Sure. And she leads you down a hallway out into sort of an open chamber. And as you're walking down the hallway, you get that sort of bestial smell, reptilian. There's animal life nearby. Sort of that smell just wafts down the hallway. And you step out, and there are a number of dragons just roosted up, like it's sort of a hollowed out chamber. Up near the ceiling, you see, not as big as the one that you fought, maybe younger, but they appear to be white, icy sort of dragons.
And are they watching us or are they sleeping?
They are absolutely watching you,
I just sort of...
peering over their nest, looking down.
Talk about close encounter. They are beautiful.
As they,
up there.
I wouldn't make any sudden moves. They are. And, sorry, down this hallway. And you follow her through, and there's another chamber like that. This room is a lot warmer as you begin to walk down this, what was sort of icy stone. This room, there's a humidity, a temperature.
This is lovely.
Like a sauna.
It looks like you would enjoy this temperature.
Oh, it's so much better.
And you walk through, and there are some red dragons roosted in here.
How many people make the pilgrimage up here?
Of late, numbers have dwindled. We still do get visitors, maybe one a week.
Wow.
But they are fantastical creatures, aren't they?
Just divine.
Just one.
Just divine.
They must be hungry.
Faye, do you know most of the dragons here?
If they deign to share their name with me, I've learned a few. But I don't pretend to be friends with them. They are far superior to us.
Have you had the honor of meeting a green dragon named Phaedra?
What's her first name?
Faye.
No, not to my knowledge.
Can I
Can we
insight
insight
that?
that? Wow, good spot, Barrett.
Sure.
I was thinking the same thing.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
18.
Dirty 20.
What was it? Sorry, inside.
Oh, I guess so.
She's like, that is I.
12.
12.
Wait, that actually makes so much sense too.
So sorry, what were the totals?
Dirty 20.
18.
2018, 12, 13. Okay. You think maybe she has. You're not sure why she would withhold that information, but she definitely doesn't seem to be giving you the full truth.
That's fair. I take my little spectacles out and just put them on and just never good,
Oh,
good
so-
look at her.
So the name's like never crossed your mind at all?
The name?
Of Phaedra, the dragon.
No, not that I can recall.
Let me know when 60 seconds has passed.
Yeah, sure. So you're walking through. You go past. You take a right at the red dragon roost, and you step into one of the lairs of an ancient dragon. This structure is enormous, and you see why. There are multiple roosts all throughout this place for the different types of dragons to claim as their own. And before you step in, Faye I would take exceptional care in this following room. We need to pass by it. Just be respectful. And you all step through, and there is just the most gargantuan thing you've ever seen, just curled up. You can see this mountain of a thing just moving, and you're sort of like, yep, that's a lot bigger than what we just fought. It doesn't seem to be aware of you, but you have no real idea. This is a silver dragon. Right. If you would like to just wait here.
Wait, like, are we past the...
No, sorry. Yeah,
outside.
you've walked past. You've walked through that chamber. She wouldn't believe
Now
you.
just stay here. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
just in
wait
front
here.
of the
So did 60 seconds pass for Varus?
As she's sort of saying that, yep, the 60 seconds would be up.
Yeah, you're
What's the
ready.
60 seconds?
It's that Eyes of the Obviator thing. She needs to pass a DC 17 Wisdom. No, DC 17 Insight. What do I need
So-
to roll it? It's not telling me. Let's see if...
That's all right. Yeah, we don't get to use it very often.
No, I've only used it once before.
Let's have a quick look.
Eyes of the Obviator, I think it's called.
Obviator lenses?
Yeah, it's well, yeah, like those. That's the item, but Eyes of the Obviator is like the feature. I think it's called.
Eyes of the Eagle? There's Eyes of Minute Seeing or
Nah,
Eyes of
it's
the Eagle.
it's
It's
a
the name of like
yeah,
the
there's
not the
the
class
obvious
feature, but the
lenses.
whatever the occupation feature or whatever
Yeah.
it's called.
So is it a saving throw on its
Yeah.
part?
As a bonus action, make a DC 15 Wisdom Insight check. On a success, you learn 3 details about the choice of your choice about the creature.
Nergy.
Sure.
You can use this feature only once on any creature.
Ricky, would you give me a little inspiration?
Of course.
In what form do you do that?
Well, I don't want to be too. I don't want to be too loud. So
Do you want to give me a little massage?
yeah, I give him a little like. Oh
got this far out.
It's my shoulder. It's been killing me. The fly over here, I think I hit a tree branch on the way
Oh,
down.
you flew in.
Oh,
Yes.
Can the
So you
Zark,
get a D10.
can Zarbaxines help you with this one, or?
2.
Oh, wait, and I mean, that already passes. 8 and 8, 16.
Nice.
I forgot that I had luck and I could have re-rolled that anyway. But, yes, so I would like
So
to know...
now, yes, you can.
I think it was down. It was, read the opposition. I think that was
Yeah.
it.
Possible details you might learn include the creature's goals or motivations, bonds or ideals, personality traits, flaws, combat strategy, financial information, lair location, allies or foes, romantic entanglements, sense of humor, or favorite song.
Good grief. What of that do you learn, sorry?
Romantic
Your
entanglements,
choice of
Choice of 3.
allies
Okay.
or foes.
So wait, one at a time. What's the first one?
Okay, I want to know her romantic entanglements.
Okay. Faye is wed to one named Mardrith.
Oh my god.
Killed it. I mean, now I know everything I need, but
I mean,
also give me allies or foes.
Okay.
Married doesn't mean friends.
Correct. Allies would be... Allies and foes would be the same name.
Margaret is.
The Weaver, sorry.
Yeah, the plot thickens.
And the third thing you learn?
Well,
favorite song. No.
motivation or goal.
Okay. You would just see a longing for home in her eyes.
So she's kept here against her will by the sound
Or
of it.
there's a job she refuses to leave until it's done.
Yeah.
Or like an obligation. Something like she owes the Weaver.
I-
doesn't feel like she...
I will return. Make yourselves at home.
We shall.
Thank you,
Thank
Faze.
She's not wearing like green clothes or anything, is she?
No, she's all rugged up in wintry.
Like,
Yeah. Wait here. Reptilian tongue
Slide
rival.
could do the sideways
Sideways
blink.
blink.
oh, wait, maybe she was turned into a human against her will, so she can't go home until she's turned back into a dragon.
Or some dragons can shapeshift. Do you
well done.
tell us that? That when she
I'll wait
leaves?
till she leaves.
Yeah.
And then I say, I'm pretty sure that's Phaedra.
I mean, the Fae makes sense.
Like, I'm pretty certain that is. I'm pretty certain that via magic, that's Phaedra.
Or via magic, okay.
What changes it? Yes, 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 it does.
Just based on the fact her name was Faye.
No, no, I did more investigative work than that, I promise you.
I made a leap.
Just like Faye, that's it, that's her.
I'm on to you.
Are there any
What?
animals around here?
You've seen carcasses?
Like living?
No.
Do dragons count as animals?
No, they
No. They're a creature far beyond normal animals.
Oh.
No rats. No bats.
Nothing
pigeons.
nothing alive.
What, are you trying to do an
Spiders.
animal messenger?
Let's put it this way, nothing alive that they wouldn't eat. Nothing would live willingly nearby. You notice that on your hike up.
I was thinking if I wanted to do some spying, what sort of things wouldn't be
Well, like-
noticed? Like,
Would there be nothing, because, like, even in nature, like, you know, sharks have those things that live on their stomachs and clean them and that sort of thing, and fish have other things that live in their mouth, like, literally eat their tongue and replace it, although I think that one's a parasite. But, like, there are symbiotic relationships exist between gigantic creatures and their ecosystems around them. Would there not be some small
Can he
thing,
turn into a
like,
germ?
feeding off the gore in, like, the gaps of the scales or nothing?
I was
No.
thinking more like
These-
they wouldn't bother with every rat and mouse
Yeah.
that lives around.
Well,
you know what I mean?
rats would be stupid to live nearby. There are young dragons as well that might feed off that as well.
Yes.
This is a very hostile
What about
site.
flies and spiders?
Return home.
Flies, maybe?
Insects at this temperature.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Top of a mountain.
Oh, well, yeah, they'd have to get here. Kind of thing. It's like
So essentially,
the Red Dragon Room, they could survive, but they
Why don't
can't
you-
survive the climb.
Why don't tonight when we're sleeping you scry?
No, yeah, that's right.
I can't do that till tomorrow because I have to prepare it. As a
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, in the morning when we wake up, because we know her name, Konkata Chestraki.
Only thing with that is
Concada, that's her.
like
Katana.
yes,
Yeah,
Cottador.
what I said.
very much so.
Cotadar.
Cotadar.
Only thing to bear in mind.
Oh, she will know immediately
think so. Let
as
me
soon as
read
the
the thing.
sensor is on her. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
the target
yeah,
must
that's
make a
true.
wisdom save.
But you can use it in like a general area, can't you?
An
The
area
target
with
must make a wisdom
scenes.
save, which is modified how well you know it.
So it's
It says
possible
if
to
a
jump
target. Oh no, sorry. It says if a target knows you're casting this spell,
They can
it can
willingly
fail the
fail.
saving throw.
So that's when you can give
voluntarily.
someone a heads up, like, hey, I want to follow you as you infiltrate.
On a successful save, the target isn't affected, and you can't use this spell against it again for 24 hours.
But it's also, I feel like she would have see invisibility or something and just see a magical sensor appear
Yeah,
next to
it does
her
say
and
a
go,
creature that can see invisible
Yeah.
objects. So if it can just innately see invisible objects,
So about a minute later, Faye returns. Right,
Hey,
if you would all follow me.
Thanks, Faye.
You take it. How far is this?
Roll insight.
4.
Okay. Sorry?
How far till the chambers you talk about?
Just up here.
Okay. And how long have you been here for?
Probably.
I've been here some time. I made it my home and I'm a custodian of sorts.
Do you ever miss home?
Sure. Who doesn't?
Hey, man.
You got any, fine squeeze waiting for you back home?
No, he's probably not waiting anymore.
Oh, I don't know.
You'd be surprised how
Flame
loyal.
can burn a long time in a man's heart.
You look like a catch, Faye.
Thank
Can
you.
almost guarantee.
Yeah.
Hey, there's always stuff at home waiting for us. This guy here, Roden, he's from the forest in Glendoltha. He's come up here, long way from home.
Is he?
Meet some strange folk in those forests.
Oh, you do.
You do. Now, when you speak with the Weaver,
We're going to see them.
Like straight away.
Wow.
yes,
I haven't.
I need to press my shirt.
Like,
that's okay.
Oh my god.
I can't be seeing her wearing this.
Sausage grease on me.
Shell just pulling sausages out of my shell.
Hygiene standards.
I was previously unencumbered by this sort of self-respect, but now
I am repugnant.
When you speak with the Weaver, be smart about what you say.
Okay.
Who is the Weaver?
You'll find out.
Are they a person? Are they a dragon?
They are not a dragon.
And are they, like a mortal human, or are they?
They are something beyond humanity.
what?
So are they?
I cannot answer all of these questions. She can.
Yeah, but what if she doesn't like the fact that we're asking them? So we ask someone else just in case, because we don't know the etiquette around here.
You can ask questions. Just be careful.
Okay.
What do we need to be?
She
careful?
gives you a very pointed look. Be careful when you answer. In you go.
What do we need to be careful of?
In you go.
She's
She's waiting.
being trapped.
And she sort of follows the last of you in. You step into a room. And again, there's a humidity here. And you smell that familiarity of vegetation. You've climbed a few sets of stairs to get to here. And you would presume you're somewhere in the rear, sort of back of this temple.
So the Fae that you picked up at the top of the rear.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
I very much thought that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of confirmed that she was here, really.
The roars of dragons echo throughout the chambers, the hallways of this place. There are obviously many more than you've heard. And you step into a chamber with plant life. There are woven vines and shrubs, bushes, trees growing in here, very unnaturally.
Ronan's thrilled.
Ronan, he does actually seem to perk up. The fear sort of washes away for just a second. And alighting a throne in the center of the room, sort of raised up a few tiers, sitting on top of this glorious woven throne. She seems to almost radiate an aura of beauty and vitality. and she appears to be, yes, you would assume very much the fey creature that you sensed. You hear her powerful, ancient voice call out effortlessly across the chamber. Oh, thank you, Faye. I've been expecting you all. Come in. And we'll end the session there.
Alrighty.
And we'll pick it up there next time. Thank you guys at home for watching. I'm going to go raid someone real quick. But we appreciate you being here. And as always, look after yourselves, look after each other, and most of all, spread happiness.
And herpes.
Oh, 0 herpes, please.